Shit, I sit in here all day. I don't need no bitch, no nothing.
Oh, hold on. Because I'm in Facebook.
Oh, look, we're still on week 13.
No,
Jags, Rams.
I already fixed it. It's just not showing up on your side.
Oh, you know why? Because I was already in here.
Yeah.
No, I don't feel like.
Yeah, I fixed it. We good.
When I get, I ain't gonna lie, when I get somewhere else, I'll probably be effed out on that
This
phone.
is my shit, you hear me?
Yeah. Dear God, I just got out of jail. I need you to answer my prayers. I need a plug who flood the bells of grass, a limited square. I need a team who willing to crash, dead and they catching a hat.
Get them shares, get them shares.
Yeah.
I hope that you hear me. I need you to
answer my prayer.
I need you to send me a woman who listens.
Who is not hearing impaired?
You're gonna come with them bands if I ever get in a jam. From trapping on to
rapping on.
Everyone know I want a trap house every street, flushing 100 piece every week. No longer saying move my grandmother, make the car crank without the key. Remember I was broke laying in the can shit.
Welcome to the pre-show. Give us a second while we get everything ready.
Here, please share.
Share it.
I can't think of nothing I would have did different. I prayed for this. I waited my turn. But hoes in the body, he play get burned. Oh, nah. Give me one more time. I tried to leave it alone. They rubbing me wrong. Still zipping shit over their chrome. Me for trying to trust. I went the wrong way, love.
You all night until the phone hang up. I ignored those signs.
I was blind for a time. I put it all
on the hustle now. I am out my mind.
Dear God, I just got out of jail. I need you to answer my prayers.
Lord have mercy. He talking that shit. He is talking that shit. And that's good. You know, that's why I wanted to play it, because that's what we're about to do today.
Yeah.
Is talk that shit. Let me get a couple of here, a couple of there. All right. There we are. We are live. What's up, Cheyenne? What's up, fam? That's my guy. We get Cheyenne on the show one day. We got to get Cheyenne on the motherfucking show one day. I hope the phone lines get a little hectic today. We need to take some calls after we talk about this shit. For sure. I will do those shares for now. Let's get it started with an intro. Drop my motherfucking intro.
First pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
Duval, Bangum, Westside, Jayville, Duval, Hustle House, Frank Coley, he real. Duval, Bangum, Billy, Rankin, throw your D's in the air. If you're from the Bangum, Duval. If you're from a city, holla, Duval. If you rep my city, holla, Duval. Yeah, boy, don't them youngins go hard. Swinging in them drop top Chevy, sitting too tall. Jaguar on my plate, on my feet, 2-8, 4-5 on my hip. Set a lame nigga straight.
We got the deeds on the go.
I can't even defund Garoppolo.
Welcome to the Minute Till Podcast. I am your host, the Hot Take Hooligan, Agent K. I'm rocking with the cannabis analyst, Agent J, in this week 14 Titans motherfucking hate week. And I want all of you to know I am a fucking winner. Do you understand me? I am a fucking winner, and you're a fucking loser. You understand? And
shout out to Jimmy, man. That's Jimmy putting that's Jimmy putting those links in the chat. They're not showing up as under Jimmy Smith, but shout out to Jimmy, man.
Shout out Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith on. We can get Jimmy. You want to hop on? You want to get on here and talk some shit?
I'm about to say, you can hop on. We'll send you the link. You should have the link.
I'll send you the link, bro, if you want to get on here and talk about this craziness going on. Jimmy Smith, future Hall of Fame wide receiver, on live with us right now, man. Shout out Jimmy Smith. Let's go ahead and give a little love real quick. You know, we got to pay the bills, so let's give some love.
If
MCG, our group of talented designers, can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business? Or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
904 Printing, 904 Printing, they are just better. Duh, you already know it, man. You already know it. So, you know what else you know? You know that you got to get your backyard in line, right? You know you got to have your deck situated. You got to get the backyard scenery up and going. And you got to make sure that you're ready to go for this next upcoming season if you're already giving up on this one. Outdoor festivities are a must in Florida. And you know who you holler at to get that done? My guy, Jalen, over at Anchor Fence and Deck. Hit him up right now for a free quote today at 904-859-5481. Anchor Fence and Deck. You can visit them online at anchorfence-deck.com. Nobody holds it down like an anchor. That's Anchor Fence and Deck. Dude.
Jimmy said when I heard Urban wasn't traveling with the team, it was over then.
Yep. Man, listen. Hold on. Let's do this. Jimmy. I'm gonna send you the link. If you are if you able to hop on, by all means go ahead. If not, just you being on here commenting with us makes it all okay. We appreciate any input you have, my guy. So I sent you over the link. If you want to click that and hop on, please do. Otherwise, stay rocking with us. So, I mean, Jimmy jumped right to it, so you already know where we're going. Report coming out on this Urban Meyer situation, breaking today. It is crazy. It is crazy. There seems to be a leak in the organization, obviously, and they have really exposed some problems.
They exposed something. That's the thing. I don't know if they exposed problems. They exposed something.
They definitely did. Let's jump here. Hold on. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. I was trying to jump to this picture. It actually wasn't it. Here's one. Receiver Marvin Jones, one of the locker room's most respected and mild-mannered veterans, became so angry with Meyer's public and private criticism of the receiver group that he left the facility until other staff members convinced him to come back, and had a heated argument with Meyer during practice. Let's go at these one at a time, okay? Because I feel like, and we've talked about this before, you can have issue or support one thing somebody does and not necessarily agree with everything. So we'll start there because that's the first thing I pulled up. How do you feel about that situation with Marvin Jones? Are you angry at Urban? Overall, what's your perception on that?
My thing is, if there's criticism or critique, what does it matter if it's public or private? That's my biggest thing. I mean, you play on a team that has 2 wins right now, and you have drops. You haven't been playing well. Nobody's been playing well. So criticism is supposed to be had. Maybe that's how it was in Detroit. Like y'all just didn't have to. Y'all weren't winning games, but y'all just didn't give nobody held nobody accountable. Apparently, it's the first time somebody said something to you about you playing bad. Like, what the fuck did you think is going to happen? I mean, I don't know.
I find it interesting because I felt like Urban had been very political in all of his interviews this entire time. I never felt like he really went out there and threw anybody under the bus, unless you say him always deferring to the coaching staff as them being the ones making the decision. Other than that, I don't think he's really thrown anybody under the bus.
See, I don't know. See, I don't really listen to 1010 no more. Like ever really since we started doing this. Right. I've limited my 1010 intake.
Right.
Because I don't want to have because everybody you can have your opinion swayed and off of the stuff you listen to or see all day and every day.
Right.
So I try not to listen to 1010 at all, which also means I don't listen to his show. Like we all forget that he has a radio show. Yeah. Every coach has a radio show. They do a show every once a week or however once a week, and they talk about that shit. And and it's broadcast, but nobody so I didn't hear him say nothing there, but I would figure if the coach said something legitimately out of his mouth, he would do it, right? Like he would have said it.
Yeah. I really haven't heard him say anything at all publicly. And that's what I want to focus on right now is the public part of it. Because when I read that, I was like, wait, what? I haven't seen Urban Meyer say anything publicly outside of receivers running the wrong routes or receivers not catching the ball. Those are obvious though. That's not throwing somebody under the bus. If you go out there and you don't do your job, okay, let's say you work at McDonald's and I watch you poorly prepare that burger and put ingredients on it that aren't supposed to be on it. And then I come back up and I say, hey, what's going on with this burger? And your manager says, oh, my cook put the wrong stuff on it. I'll get it fixed for you. Is he throwing the cook under the bus? I know you're the one cooking the fucking burger. Exactly. I know it's you. So Marvin Jones, I know it's you out there dropping the ball. Not necessarily just you with the drops, but I know how about this? I know it's you not getting separation. Exactly. I know it's you that is that's not out there really progressing his offense downfield, even though right now you are the number one. I know that it's you that isn't allowing this offense to thrive in the manner it should be. And that's not just him. That's all the receivers. As we've been talking, it's the offensive line. It's more than just them. But I know that it's you. So by him saying the obvious, they're not getting separation. Clearly there's an issue with the routes. We're watching the miscommunication constantly. And then you're dropping the ball. That's not throwing anybody under the bus. That's just being honest.
That's all it is.
No, I don't feel like Urban Meyer said anything wrong when it comes to this wide receiver group. Let's remember, Urban Meyer was outside before practice with DJ Chark, before the season started, working on wide receiver shit. Hands-on, working on getting off of the press, working on his body control, working on staying on his line. This was early on in camp. He was out here with the wide receivers doing this. Mm-hmm. So Urban Meyer has taken a very specific interest in the wide receiver group since day one. And he felt that DJ Chark was a big-time receiver and had the potential to be a big-time receiver. We all expected a lot from this wide receiver group.
Yeah, 10 seconds. Yeah, we definitely expected a lot from the receiver group. That was what we coming into the year. This should be our strongest core.
Yeah.
Even
with
the guys that we left, that we were like that we left out of the team or that we didn't re-sign or whatever. Yeah. Like all those guys at this point, we were like, okay, well, we like Keelan, we like Dede, like we like him, but damn, Marvin Jones and Visca looking like he's supposed to do something. When these guys was hurt, he stepped up, and it's just like, well, this shit's not really translating.
This was the strongest group. This appeared to be the strongest group coming in. And anybody who goes back and they watch, we said since day one, the offense is gonna be fine. We just got to see what the defense does, right? We felt like the offense would be good. You got James Robinson. You're bringing back 5 offensive linemen that have been working together. They played decent. You got a brand new quarterback with a big arm, generational talent. And now look at the wide receiver group. My God, you got Marvin Jones. He's had 3 out of 4 1,000-yard, almost 1,000-yard, 10 touchdown seasons or whatnot, or whatever it was. And then you have DJ Chark, who had a Pro Bowl year 2 years ago, and he's coming back now. And this is a contract year. It's going to be a huge year for Chark. You got Laviska Shenault, man. You see what he can do. Imagine what he does with a competent offensive coordinator. All of these things, we looked and said, man, this is going to be great, and it's not. It's the weakest spot on the team. And the wide receiver group is awful. So no, I don't think that he's throwing Marvin Jones under the bus by stating, or throwing the receiver group under the bus by stating, we got to catch the ball. That's your job. Yeah, you got to catch the ball.
That is your job. It's your only
job. That's what you're supposed to do. Get open, catch the ball, and block occasionally. That's it. That's it. Just do your job. And this isn't to over critique the wide receiver group. I don't want to make it seem like I'm just blaming them for all of our woes. That's not the issue. But in this case, we're speaking one by one from these reports that came out. The Marvin Jones report, I think, is bullshit. Yeah. Anybody who has a problem with the Marvin Jones Urban Meyer thing, I think that's fucking stupid. I get it. Lenny Kravitz is mad. Okay, that's fine. Be upset. And you probably don't agree with the way that Urban Meyer is handling it. But guess what? You don't have to. That's the thing I don't like with the new athletes. You don't have to like how your coach handles shit. It's not his job to make you okay with what he has to say. Like, he is your employer.
Did Tom Pelissero have say anything about Maria Cruz?
No.
Oh, okay. He knows everything, so I'm just trying to figure out.
Apparently. Let's move on to the next point, though. During a staff meeting, Meyer delivered a biting message that he's a winner and his assistant coaches are losers, according to several people informed of the contents of the meeting, challenging each coach individually to explain when they've ever won and forcing them to defend their resumes. Once again, I just don't have a problem with this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only problem that you could anybody should have, I guess, with it is like, I guess, the defend their resume part, where it's like, okay, you should have had them defend their resume before.
Well, sure,
you know what
he
I'm
did.
saying? Like, but that's it. That's the only other. That's the only thing I could say. But
weren't they just mad that he wasn't firing people? Weren't they just mad that he was passing the buck off and that he wasn't stepping in and taking control? Wasn't the whole fan base just angry about that?
They just said. Well, he just said he doesn't micromanage. Like, was it, all right? So now he's
micromanaging now.
I'm starting to micromanage.
I'm micromanaging. I'm saying, hey, guess what, bro? You fucking suck.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't like it when it's micromanaged.
Right? Really why do you suck?
Yeah.
Why is this offense? Why did you come over here as apparently the youth quarterback guru, able to mold and create the likes of Russell Wilson? You wanted to lay claim to that. That was Bevel's, like, that's his poster. That's his pride and joy. It's the diamond on his ring. Is that's that Russell Wilson situation? That's his resume.
That's his resume.
Brett Favre he took claim for Brett Favre, and they talked about this in an article I read the other day when they wanted him to fuck out of Minnesota because when he didn't have Brett Favre, it was awful.
Yeah.
So he took claim for Brett Favre. Brett Favre left for what Brett Favre did in Minnesota, and then they went the fuck downhill.
Well, it also was like, damn, bro, they handed y'all got Adrian Peterson also. I read the same one. They just got Adrian Peterson. So it was like, how much fire are you going to be under when you're the coordinator or whatever for Adrian Peterson offense?
Yeah.
With an old Brett Favre who's still Brett Favre.
Who was still Brett Favre. Right. And then the Matt Stafford situation in Detroit. Matt Stafford's a Hall of Famer. And they've had good teams at times, but they were never super successful.
I had to argue that this week.
That Matt Stafford is a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. I mean, all the Jags history, all the reports coming out, even real. We don't know. It's time. These are people. This is somebody who's already had.
It's a lot though at this point.
Yeah, it is. But this is also.
It's not just him now. There's other people. Other local media members who are confirming the reports through their sources outside of Tom. They've reached out to their people, and now they're like, "Yeah, this is true."
Oh, but they didn't want to say.
Well, no, I mean, I know that's like, so basically, that's like, okay, our homeboy B-Mac comes to you and he tells you something in confidence, and you're not telling me. You don't tell me, but then when I come to you and I say, "Bro, is this true? Is B-Mac really, blah blah?" And then you're like, "Yeah, bro, it is." It is. Because now I already know. So now you didn't tell me. You just confirmed. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. People aren't always going to leak. Whoever's leaking, though, I mean, I always feel like this. If you're leaking an organization, you're a bitch. Like, if you're out here privately spilling the beans and don't want to put your face on it, I think you're a vagina. That's pretty simple. I felt the same thing when Julius Thomas, random person on the former Jaguars team was talking shit about Blake Bortles in the media. To Joy Taylor and him. I felt the same way then. It's just if you are going to be that guy, if you are going to go to the media, like if you're going to beat Tekashi, bitch, go out there and beat Tekashi. Be a tattletale all the way. Because far too many things that go on inside of a small locker room or inside of an organization even, they just don't translate into the regular world. The game, it's so funny because the game of football translates into everyday life in so many ways. And that's why most average people love it so much, because it tells the story of the underdog, and it tells the story of hard work and dedication and triumph and overcoming all the obstacles and doing whatever it takes to survive and win, and that hard-nosed lifestyle. And It preaches American
Well, guess what? But it's the same thing, just like you said. It's like a hot dog. Motherfuckers love hot dogs.
Yeah.
When you start to see how the motherfuckers are made and what it takes to what it actually takes for a hot dog to appear into your bun right before you eat it. Then you kind of don't,
Yeah, that's all them Netflix specials, right? Everybody love a good ass burger until you see the slaughterhouse and how they store them cows and what they do to them. Yeah, it's all the same thing. You never want to watch your food be prepared, and this is like that. But also what I find funny is because, like I said, the game itself translates into real life so well, but what goes on inside those locker rooms and everything, this goes all the way back to the Colin Kaepernick situation. Like, well, hell, if I walked into my job and decided to protest, I would get fired. Well, bitch, guess what? Your job is not the NFL.
Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Boston.
Yeah, Stone Cold in the building. Your job is different. It's not the same. Nothing that goes on inside these locker rooms, nothing that is said inside these locker rooms, you can't get away with saying that shit at your job. You can't. Nope. You can't walk in. So don't tell me how you're a manager at Quick Trip and you walk in and you tell your staff that they all suck and that they're not doing their job and that they need to defend why they're here, and then turn around and tell you, well, so I would lose my job. You're fucking right you would, because you're not Urban Meyer, and this isn't the NFL. It's fucking Quick Trip. You get paid $40,000 a year, Timothy. Calm down. Whole different ballgame.
They're not used to, bro. They're not used to. I'm telling you, bro. This fan base. You can tell, bro, the people who are used to having something, who ain't never had nothing, or just or we could just make it like put it in reference in the women, bro. Have y'all not ever had any hoes that are like actually attractive? Like you have to do things to like fight people off, bro. Like there's gonna be shit that comes your way. Oh, have you? So y'all only fuck virgins, okay? So you have to guess what? This stuff is gonna come out about these people if you want to be in a relationship with them, bro. You're gonna find shit out. We're finding out the inner workings, and guess what? Do you give a fuck about the fact that your football team wins, or do you give a fuck about how your football team wins? And then we just went back to, do you want to know the inner workings? You don't really want to know the inner workings. You want to know. 30 seconds. You want to know. All you want to know is that we're winning. Me personally, that's how I feel. I don't give a fuck how we win. We could be cheating. We could be doing a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. But if we're winning, that's what I don't care about.
Well, I feel like just the other day, y'all were in here crying. They were literally in here crying about the fact that Urban is not doing his job, that he needs to take control or he needs to go, that he needs to step in and do this, that, and the third. Well, he's doing that. Reports come out that it seems like he is doing that. And he's basically letting his staff know that you have underperformed. You have disappointed me. And they said, well, guess what? He hired him. So it's on him. I've used this exact analogy before on the show, and I'll say it again. You have walked into a job, a potential job. You have lied on your resume and beefed that bitch up. You have aced an interview, and then you have gone to said job and underperformed. Yep. You have either been terminated or quit, or maybe you got your shit together.
You got your shit together.
Right. So that's happened to I don't care who you are, every single person listening right now, that has happened to them. So do not sit here and act as though it is just the easiest thing in the world to hire these guys. Also, you had to look at the talent pool that was available to him.
Yeah.
These were the coaches he had to choose from. Would you rather him selected Bill O'Brien to come be the offensive coordinator? I mean, who the fuck else was around? He picked the best of what was available, and he did exactly what you, Uche and Ware, all the talking heads on TV, the fans, everybody said, what should he do, huh? Hire NFL
You got to surround yourself. You're coming from the college. When you're coming from the college world, you have to surround yourself with NFL guys who've been in the NFL, guys who know the game, guys who have been here. That's the only way it's going to work. Because if not, it's going to be a dumpster fire. You have to. Well, guess what? We put NFL guys in here.
Yeah,
looking like a goddamn dumpster fire.
Looking bad.
So
the worst coaches on this staff are NFL guys.
Yeah,
and successful NFL guys, the Schottenheimer and the Bevels of the world, they're the worst on this staff.
Yeah.
It's not Joe Cullen.
Joe Cullen's doing his job. He got
Joe
his guys
Cullen
buying
has
in.
proven that he can adapt and do exactly what Todd Wash couldn't do. He had a plan. He came in. He tried to execute. Then he reevaluated his talent and said, that's not going to work. I need to do a little different. And he did that. And now look, he has had times this season where a truly overachieving group of men have overachieved and looked like a top-notch defense in this league. So what do you want the guy to do? Now, the other report that came out stated that Urban Meyer was in fact responsible for the benching of James Robinson. He informed the running backs coach to not put him back in to keep Carlos Hyde in after that first quarter fumble. If that is true, that is the one part of this I have a problem with. I have a problem with it for one reason and one reason only. I don't have to agree with what coaches say or do. I don't have to agree with what my coaches said or did. I don't need my players to agree with me on my team that I coach. I don't need that. What I do need is a clear message and understanding. And Urban Meyer came out and denied that and said that's not what happened and stated that it was on the running backs coach and that the offense coordinator, they handled that stuff. Mike Tomlin benched Chris Claypool the other night after his fumble. And then
his personal foul, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he made multiple mistakes. That's what
yeah.
The fumble and then the personal foul. The personal foul, which
why
you could usually get away with. He just like poked him. It wasn't super crazy. He poked him and then the guy swung back. Usually it's the second guy that gets the flag.
But it's
when I saw the flag, I was like, oh, they got Buddy.
But you know, it was the poke, but then it was the poke with the force, and he just like pushed him with his finger, which it was just stupid. He shouldn't have did it, and that's why they called it on him,
right?
Because it was like you didn't have to do that at all.
No. Usually, like I said, it's the second punch that gets thrown that gets caught, but they got him. And it was dumb because it was right in front of the refs. He just, I feel like he tried to milk that call and get it out. And when he couldn't, or he tried to rather, and what the normal outcome didn't take place.
Yeah.
Normally, it would have been the other guy getting called. It wasn't. It was Claypool, so it happened. But Tomlin came out and said he benched him, said why. And that was okay. He moved on. If you come out and you say you benched J-Rob because he fumbled, and you blame it on the injury and say, hey, look, he's injured. Now he's fumbling. That's not like him. We're going to sit him down. Then I understand it. Let's try to get Big Marcus on. He's tried to come on a couple times. Let's see if he's working. Your cam's not on, bro, but are you on? He's gone.
Nope.
All right. So, so that's the only thing that's being reported that I genuinely have an issue with. That's it. That's all. And so I just don't understand the thought process from the fans now that are calling for his head when it appears that he is doing everything that you wanted. Now he's holding people accountable. He is demanding a better performance from guys. And he's telling his coaches, you guys ain't fucking cutting it. He's admitting that he fucked up because in order for him to say, hey, you guys are fucking losers, he has to admit that, well, I hired some fucking losers.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening. He is coming forth and he is admitting that and saying there's coaches you want and there's coaches you don't want. Well, now he's got to go out here and fix it.
Yeah, because what is he supposed to do? He's supposed to what he's supposed to do is go in there and tell them, hey, guys, guess what? Whatever the fuck you've been doing, whatever has been doing, it hasn't been working. And it's been shitty. I figure, hey, I fucked up. I figured I could trust y'all and put y'all in positions to take care of what I need you to take care of. But I guess I fucked up.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm a winner. And I don't fuck up and I don't lose. Right now, y'all are losing and making me lose. So, I mean, I don't know. If it's ego there, but that's what happens when you have a fucking superstars, man. You're supposed to have egos, man. I'm not worrying about this shit, dog. Like, that's why I said this year, I've told people, that's why the good thing is we have this show and just document it. This is not going to be easy. It was never going to be easy. Winning in the NFL has never been easy. We fucking fired the last head coach that we had any real gumption about that probably could have actually been good for a team if we wanted to have a homegrown talent. We fucking fired him. and at the end of his fourth year.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do nothing for Gus Bradley. So this is what happens, bro. The shit, but you know why it happens too? The fucking fans, all you fucking crazy people out here that always talk so crazy about the coach, like, oh, he's just. You don't know the inner workings. He could potentially getting these guys ready for the next thing that they really have to do. Because once they get talent, they've already gone through the turmoil of losing games, close games, blowouts, not being good. When they get some talent, this is how you add those other things. This is how you get a 2017 team. Problem is, we couldn't sustain that. So we have to try to do that same thing while building it to sustain. And that shit takes time, bro. This team won one football game last year, dog. Right. I don't give a fuck how you slice it. We won one football game. Right now, we've won two. So we're at least twice. Urban Meyer is at least twice as good as a rookie, has never been in the NFL, at least twice as good as the guy who coached the team last year. It was his fourth year as a head coach. He'd been in the NFL all his life.
Yeah.
Doug Marrone been in the NFL all his life, damn near, as a coach. And he could only muster one win. And he supposedly took a team to 2017 to the AFC Championship. That's what they tell me.
That part. Hey, listen, man, really want to get your opinions on this. Anybody who feels like calling and voicing their opinion, or whether you want to comment below, we'll read your comments on the air, or you can call in 904-878-3868. You want to call in and voice your opinion, we'll give you a few minutes to talk and hear your thoughts.
Oh yeah, because you definitely don't have to agree. You can
no, definitely
say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Absolutely. And I think Big Marcus is coming back again. He had a camera a second ago.
Man,
he had camera a second ago. Let's find out. Big Marcus, are you on your Metro or what? What's going on?
Definitely Metro.
Hey, at least we got vocals, so Spotify and those people can enjoy you. And now he's gone.
No, that was me that made that noise. But 20 seconds, yeah.
I dead ass thought that was him. Oh, yeah. But make sure y'all call in, man. Whether you agree or disagree, how do you feel? Fire Urban, keep Urban. Do these current reports change your thoughts on anything? Call in now, 904-878-3868, and just give us your thoughts on everything, man. Love to hear from you. What do you feel about the overall moving forward, your opinion on what is going to happen? Like, if you're Shad Khan, these reports have come out. What are you demanding be done? Or are you forcing something now? Or are things waiting and changing later? I mean, how do you feel? Wait, hold that thought. We got Big Marcus.
Call from.
Yo, this Big Marcus, fellas.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Big Marcus!
What's up, fellas? My bad, y'all. I'm at my second job in the freezer, and I think the internet connection here is at the gate gas station. It's not. I don't think it's good.
Big Marcus, listen. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. But don't be out here giving your location, man. You home? You're telling them you're at the gas station. Somebody might roll up while you in there drinking a Yoo-hoo. Calm down. All right. Don't give your location.
Man, ain't nobody gonna roll up on me, nigga. Shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I wish motherfucker would.
All right, man. How you feel about all of this? Come on,
man, look,
come on, gangster, talk to me.
Bruh, I don't understand these pussy ass fans, dog. What the fuck do y'all want? First of all, this shit pisses me off because you talk shit about the man, right? About how he's not putting his foot in motherfuckers' asses and being authoritative. So when he turn around and he try to be authoritative and try to put his foot down, that's a motherfucking problem too. I don't understand this shit, bro. The wide receivers are piss poor trash. Marvin Jones, you little bitch ass want to walk off because the motherfucker giving you some, telling you what the fuck time it is. Big dog underperforming. Everybody's fucking underperforming, bro.
Facts.
You feel me? How y'all gonna get mad at this man, dog, for being sick and tired of this loser ass shit, fans?
Hey man,
Hey,
the fans.
I'm with you. I agree.
I'm with you.
Jay's with you too.
Fans, y'all some real deal hoes. If you listen to this and you don't agree with me, fuck your life and fuck your mama, bitch.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Hey,
I'm tired, dog. I'm tired. How the fuck, bro? How the fuck y'all gonna come at this man, bro?
Right.
Hey, instant gratification, bro.
Dog, and I'm at the gate. If you don't like it, I'm at the gate on motherfucking.
I had to get him off for you. Hey, man, Marcus was about to drop the Addy. He was about to drop the Addy, and Duval is still Duval. Ben Marcus, I love you, dog. I love you. That's why I had to get y'all. I couldn't do it. I didn't want nobody to roll up on my dog, Big Marcus, man. Oh man, it's true though. I mean, that's how I feel. Is like you can't. Everybody wants both. And now, if you tell me you want Urban Meyer fired, and no, we don't just ignore this. No, you don't get to call back. If you tell me you want Urban Meyer fired, and you wanted him fired, Jimmy Smith said when he found out he didn't fly back with the team.
Yeah.
Okay. If you felt like that was the thing that you wanted him out the door, or that helps make your decision to fire him, I can't argue with that. If you have reasons, but if this new news that's coming out now is what's making you say get rid of Urban Meyer, then that's just weird to me, because I guarantee you were one of the same people that were running around saying Urban Meyer needs to take control. Urban Meyer needs to step in. Urban Meyer better make some changes. These coaches Urban Meyer hired are trash. Our receivers are dropping the ball. Everything that Urban has apparently started telling them are things that you have been saying in your private life. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand what the big issue is.
Oh no, look, not even private. This is shit that these motherfuckers have said in public. And they say it on Facebook all the time. He said he doesn't micromanage. What kind of coach does that? Like, all right. Well, now I'm not about to micromanage. Now I'm about to get in people's ass.
Facts.
How you feel?
Facts. So back to the point. What do you think Shad has to do moving forward, or what do you think he's going to do?
Nothing. He should do nothing, and I hope he does nothing, but he probably do some dumb shit like fucking fire the coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but still, who the fuck are you gonna have coach this team? What coach? Right. What coach is gonna coach this team, bro?
Everybody's hooked on the Byron thing. Keep in mind, fans, I wanted Byron first. That was my pick of choice. I said, go get Byron Leftwich to coach this team. But I also said, I'm not sure if he's ready to go out and be a head coach, or if he was going to stay another year or two. So, I mean, who else are you going to go get?
They're not about to. I'm telling you right now, bro, these fans are fickle, bro. They're going to hang Byron. I'm not even going to say they're going to hang him, because there's going to be references to that.
Right.
But they don't. Man, this organization don't. This fan base don't want no black head coach. Talking all that shit right now. And if they do want it, it's purely because they want to be able to have this hate towards them and just not even worry about it.
Nostalgia, bro. They constantly want this nostalgia. They want this. Hold on. What this right here say?
Look, that boy took a break.
No. Hey, look. That's why. Can you see it? You can't see it.
Hold
on.
Is that Maria Cruz? Oh, Hottie.
Yeah, that's Jahad Ward. He's responded to my my comment that because he said, nobody was in the locker room. And so Jahad Ward posted a video, nobody at the facility to put no work in the other day. And he was like, I'm going to leave this video right here. And I said, well, hopefully they all over at Bevel's house packing his shit. So Jahad Ward just responded, LOL. I was hoping to get some news from him. Ben Marcus looked mad as fuck. He back on. That boy look angry. Bro. My dog look angry. He done took a break and everything.
Bro. I'm pissed off with all the motherfucking people, bro. These people, they don't know what the fuck. They don't know what the fuck. This man is this man's tired. This man motherfucking tired of losing too. His motherfucking staff is underperforming. His goddamn players are underperforming. At the end of the day, if you don't perform, Heads roll. All of us have jobs on this podcast. And we take our ass to our job and we don't perform like we supposed to do, our bosses is gonna get on our ass. Right or wrong,
Definitely.
fellas?
Facts.
Definitely facts. And
Right or
people know
wrong?
that.
Okay.
People know that. And people know that. And that's the thing. People fail to realize they talk about the shit with the players because we talk about it with players too. But at the end of the day, we say, bro, these motherfuckers ain't making minimum wage, dog. Like, there's more stakes to it, so I understand that. But we don't pay the coach salary. We don't pay the player salary. We don't got nothing to do with that, bro. I literally had somebody say that we did that the Jaguars didn't go after free agency so they could pocket the money and put it into AEW. Bro.
Boy.
That's not how it works.
But my thing,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is the kind of people that we're dealing with that don't know shit about shit.
bro, the only thing that I'm upset with Urban about, here's where I am upset with Urban, is that he let the media rob him of his balls when he fucking got caught on that video and stopped being assertive. Everything was assertive, Urban, like we used to seeing until that video came out, and then he got his balls snatched from him, bro, and he stopped being the man who he is. And all of a sudden, something happened, and now he's back to that man again, and now people can't take that shit. That's the only thing I'm mad about Urban. He should have said, fuck that video. We all grown men and we all messed up. I'm going to hold myself accountable, but this ain't finna change shit. Y'all finna still run this shit the way I fucking want it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm mad at him about. Other than that, I still want him as my coach here in Jacksonville. I still want, if you're not buying into the shit, get the fuck out of here. Marvin Jones, you don't like that shit? Bye. Bitch, you sorry anyway. Sorry,
for real.
Put your ass on the motherfucking American Island and go sing.
Switch was good. Yes, sir. Yeah, but nah.
Go
Man,
go be an R&B singer, you fucker.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, you don't like that shit. We trying to win here, bro. And y'all fucking it up because y'all don't want to buy him because, he's a college coach. Man, fuck that. And you fans, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck on out of here then. Fuck somebody else.
Hey,
you bitch. Give me a bitch.
Hey,
that's real shit though, because bro, like, what, bro? I'm just saying, bro. I don't watch a lot of Jaguar
and you
football.
Motherfucker, one more thing, dog. You motherfucker Uche bitch. I might can't beat your ass, but when I see you on site, bitch, I got a bat in my car. I'm gonna knock your fucking knees out, bitch.
Yeah, he's scary, bro. He's so, bro. Oh my god, bro. I don't even like to use the word hate, bro.
I try to throw hands with you, but I got a bat. I'm gonna bust your ass, bro, because you's a real deal hoe.
Bro, he is a hoe, bro. I don't like Uche either, bro. It's just he's trash, dog. I put that shit on Twitter earlier. I'm like, bro, this motherfucker. I said, this motherfucker Uche, bro. He just salty, bro. That the Jags and no other team in the league would give him another contract. Motherfucker played.
That's the only team that ever gave a fuck about you when you talking shit about him, bro.
Yeah.
You don't even want to try to give your input on what you think can help the man build up the man.
All negative. It's all negative. It's all negative,
bro.
It's all negative.
You shouldn't even been in the fucking NFL, bro. You sorry, bitch.
It's all negative, bro. He don't say nothing positive. No positive criticism. No nothing, bro. It's all negative. And like I said, it just reads that you're just fucking. It just reads that you're goddamn bitter and salty. That's what
salty.
It reads, bro.
He's been salty with them forever.
Since he didn't get released. So since he didn't get re-signed.
Yeah, but it blows my mind because ain't nobody else signed him neither.
Yeah.
Like Jacksonville, the reason you sitting in that house doing that nice ass podcast right now. Like, what is you talking about?
Nice as in quality because he has money to pay for cameras.
Right, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's got all that. He's got that nice little crib and all of that. And that's because Jacksonville is the ones that gave you the opportunity.
Yeah.
So it just blows my mind the amount of hate that he shows. And what's funny is he shows hate from that time, right? He always references his time here and things that happened and how shit was bad then. And how that's how he knows and he could speak on the current situation and give his thoughts on it because it was bad like this back then. But fans, how many Bring Back Jack Del Rio posts have you seen?
Yeah.
Like, people are begging to go back to that time. People would love to go back to 8-8.
Bro, I really wish it wasn't Richard Collier. I wish it was that nigga, dog. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wish it was that nigga, Rich.
Yeah.
That's how that nigga makes me feel for real. At least Rich gonna be like, you know what? Rich gonna talk something. He gonna try to have something positive to say. He knows shit bad, but at least Rich gonna try to have something positive to say, bro. This motherfucker nigga here.
I do not. I dislike him so much.
Man.
I love Big Marcus so much. Oh my God.
Big Marcus is unapologetically angry to the fans, and he says, "Fuck y'all, Big Marcus. We appreciate you for coming back on and talking a little more with us, dog. We gonna advance."
All right, I got to go back to work.
No, you good, bro. Go get it in. All right, we love you, dog. Yeah, Big Marcus.
I wish it wasn't Richard Collier. It should have been him.
Whoa! I was like, I didn't know what to say. Yeah, I didn't know what to say because I'm like, that was just one of those frozen moments. Like, damn, that was aggressive.
We got to clip. Yeah, we got to clip that.
That was aggressive.
That's
This will blow my mind, right? All of these motherfuckers is on Facebook commenting and arguing with one another on Facebook. I put the number out there so people can call to give their opinion on it. And we're not getting the calls in from all these randoms, right? We're just getting the calls in from our people, our regulars. It blows my mind. Like, this shows you where the world is at. Like, you are so much more comfortable
just
typing
some shit,
than you are actually speaking
or trying to express your thoughts.
And I think that's why our industry, this podcast industry, is booming in the way it is, because I think people are genuinely scared to try to articulate thoughts outside of these.
Well, because when you actually have to speak and say your thoughts, then now you can't just try to word for word, bar for bar what somebody else said.
You can't copy and paste.
Nope.
And you also, when you have to speak your thoughts out loud, you realize how fucking stupid they sound. You realize, damn, this shit sounds pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah, and you got to be able to stand on it.
90% of people don't reread the comments they type.
No.
Otherwise,
because a lot of people just don't feel like the internet is real. Because it's not.
Type away, they get it down, and then they leave it.
And they get it out and go, which is cool too.
So I challenge anybody listening, call in 904-878-3868. Give your thoughts on the Urban Meyer situation. Whether you agree or disagree with us, doesn't matter. We ain't going to clown you for disagreeing. We're not going to do anything like that. Just give your thoughts on it, because I'd love to hear from the city and actually hear, not read a whole bunch of text and messages from people trying to tell me how they feel about this Urban Meyer shit. Let's run a commercial, because it's been a second since we showed some love.
At MCG, our group of talented designers can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business, or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
All right. Now we got Jimbo on the phone, man. Jimbo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, man. So go ahead. Give us your thoughts on this Urban Meyer situation. How you feel. Are you privy to everything now? I know you've been working all day, so I don't know if you are aware that he's now being also accused of benching James Robinson, and also the Marvin Jones walkout and whatnot. But fans are upset. In majority, I think from what I've read, I see a lot more fans upset and angry about it, and they want him gone now. How do you feel about this news coming out about Urban?
Well, as far as the benching James Robinson, I mean, I think the fans hurt. Like he's hurt for real, man. You know what I'm saying? And they have come out and said, like, we need to give Carlos more reps because he needs to be better because James is the best. Like, we know that. You feel me? So if that does come to pass like that, you know, I don't think it's a bad thing. Do I want to see James Robinson play? Yeah, but I don't want to see him hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him go through the fragile Fred stage. You know what I'm saying? Where we just run, or like how we did Mojo.
Right.
Like, bro, we just ran Mojo to the ground. The Marvin Jones thing, I really heard that from you. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really seen anything. I've been working, so I haven't been able to look anything up. But yo, he called out. He did what we've been asking him to do, and now everybody's mad about it. Like, I don't understand that.
So the Marvin
like,
Jones thing.
What do y'all want?
To give you some context, it says receiver Marvin Jones, one of the locker room's most respected and mild-mannered veterans, became so angry with Meyer's public and private criticism of the receiver group that he left the facility until other staff members convinced him to come back and had a heated argument with Meyer during practice.
I mean, but what'd he say wrong?
Right.
You guys aren't getting. Oh, listen, I can understand if you guys are producing. Listen, Marvin, have you made some outstanding catches, bro? Yes, you have. But have you made them consistently? No, you haven't.
Right.
Have you dropped some easy shit? Yes, you have. Have you not helped out your quarterback more than you have? And the answer is no, you haven't, bro. You feel me? I can tell you a handful of times where he's actually come back to help the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got guys that are on the practice squad that are doing better scramble drills than you.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been a starter since day one. You know, like let's not be mad at the facts. You know what I'm saying? Instead of be mad at the facts, let's see what we can do to make it better.
Right.
You know, so I don't see what Herbs did. I don't see him doing anything wrong. All I'm saying is it's about time. Because this is the Urban Meyer that we hired. You know what I'm saying? The Urban Meyer that he's a winner. He wants to win. This losing shit he don't tolerate. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys can't do it, then I'm gonna do it myself type shit.
Right.
You know, him challenging the head. I don't see anything wrong with that, bro. Like we want a coach that has big nuts, right?
Big gorilla nuts.
So if he's sitting in the locker room and he's challenging his guys and he's telling me, listen, I'm a winner. This losing shit, this shit ain't me. Right. And I've given you guys free reign to run the show. And you guys are playing losers and thereby making me look like a loser. And I'm not a loser. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Right.
So and of course I don't know how the conversation actually went, but if it went anything like that, Herbs, good for you. I'm glad you did it. Maybe it light a fire under somebody, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it got them in fucking mode. At this point, all we can do is evaluate what we have. If a person's in fucking mode, guess what? They're not going to be here next year.
Right.
It's just that simple. But if it lights a fire under them and it makes them go harder, well, now we can reevaluate. It's like, okay, now how do we get this to be a whole season thing? How do we transfer this over for 17 games? How do we do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you gotta, you know, I was listening to some, you know, like the Huddle Up and the Urban Meyer show and stuff earlier today because I had missed it throughout the week, so I was listening to it on Spotify, and you know, he said some real shit. Herb said some real shit. He's like, listen, man, we went on that 2 out of 3 run, won 2 games, lost 1. We you know, the air smelled better, the food tastes better, everything was better like that. And he's just like, what happened? And he said, I'll tell you what happened. It started with the injury. It really started with DJ Chark when DJ Chark went down, but we were able to persevere. But then in Seattle, man, when James hurt that heel, it's like nobody else knew what the fuck to do. The only unit that had sort of stepped up for us was the defense, and the offense has regressed. And he's like, I'm not looking at the guy saying you're a bad player because I know you're a good player.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at film saying, and he said, man, I had them put together like 15 highlights for each unit. You know, he just didn't do it for James Robinson. He did it for all the unit groups. Mm-hmm. And he's like, look at what you look like when you're playing your best. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Seattle, San Fran, the Rams. You know what I'm saying? That's what we look like when we're shit. But look what you guys look like when you're playing to the best of your abilities. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple of things go against us, but that's football. You feel me? Like you're not always going to get the call your way. That's right. Football. So I don't think Herbs did anything, man. I think Herbs was just testing some shit. He was just trying some shit, man. He tried a more hands-off. I'm not gonna call it lax, but to his standards, lax, right? Mm-hmm. He took a more hands-off, lax approach, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
Try to treat these grown men like grown men.
He's gonna be more involved. I feel like. You feel me? Herbs ain't going nowhere. He will be here next season. You know what I'm saying? Some of these other coaches won't be. Shout out to Tyler Bowen, by the way, our tight ends coach, man.
Somebody said, JD, is that you? I don't know who that is. Yes, that's JD.
This is JD, whoever asked that. What up? What up?
Yeah, I can't see who that is.
Might be Nicole.
Who knows?
I think Nicole listens to the podcast.
Who knows? I'm not sure. But it could be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So if it's Nicole, what's up, Nicole?
What's happening, Nicole? Hey, Nicole.
Michael J.
Oh, it's Michael J.
Ooh.
It's who?
Michael J.
Michael J. Fox?
That's a great. You know, I almost said the same thing. I almost did. I was like, I have to say this. No, I have no idea. But hey, man, you know what? I appreciate you, bro. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. You know, I know you was working, so you know, just wanted to see what you had. Big Marcus was trying to give the Addy so people who disagree could roll up and they could scrap, because he was pissed. Big Marcus said, and I quote, he said that he wished happened to Richard Collier happened to Uche. He said he wishes it was Uche instead. And I was just like, whoa, okay. That was aggressive. He's pretty angry. So
yeah. You know, Uche, but
he said Michael
Uche,
J, and then he said down to earth.
Oh, Mike. Okay.
Yep.
I know who that is. Mike. I don't want to say his whole government, but Mike, I know who you are. I know who you are, Mike. What's up? No, he's definitely not White Mike. I can tell you that now. He's definitely not White Mike. I know you are, Mike.
It's Mikel.
That's Mike.
Mikel Juan.
I'm not gonna call out his whole government, bro. I know who you are.
Mikel Juan.
And you know, I still got a roster spot for you when the time comes, brother. That's all I can say on that.
Mike Jizzle.
But yo, that's cool. He's listening to the podcast, though. That's what's up, man. We do big things on here.
Shout out, Mike.
Shout out to Mike, man, for listening.
Yes.
Shout out to Mike J for listening.
But yeah, man. So I appreciate you, bro. We're gonna keep it moving. You go ahead and do your thing. Stop working so hard. It's Saturday. You're supposed to be home chilling. So go home.
Hey, man, I gotta get this money. Hey, let me ask you this question real quick.
Yeah.
Since I got you. So 5 games left, bro.
5 games.
Andre Cisco, Walker Little, J2 Philly, you know, all the draft picks, man, that ain't been playing.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, man? Put them in there.
Oh yeah, I don't
put them all in there.
Yeah, because I don't.
Why not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not winning another game, so I don't care. I mean, we might beat Houston. Play them. Why the fuck not? I mean, you know, you don't want
see what you got
with what you have with Jawan Taylor this season. You don't want him back next year, so why not throw Walker Little over to the right side and see now? With that, though, you have to think, are you putting your quarterback in danger? And if you are, then you can't do that. So for those people who are like, just throw Walker Little in, I agree to an extent, but then you have to really think about it and say, okay, if I do that, is he truly in danger?
Right.
And if the answer is yes, then you don't do that. And sorry, bro, you just have to move on. Whoever Facebook user, is that Michael J still commenting? He says, I want Urban going. Call in 904-878-3868. Tell us why. Why you want Urban going. No problems if you agree or disagree, whatever. That's fine.
What about Jordan? What about Jordan? What's his name?
Jordan Smith. So we knew Jordan Smith was a project. Jordan Smith is light in the ass. He's real skinny and he's lanky. He's 6'7". He's 200 in the low twos. So we knew he was going to be a project that took time, but he had the ability to develop into, that type of Mario Williams type of guy, that long, lanky edge rusher. And you hope that he does. I don't know if he's ready. Fuck it, try it, whatever. I mean,
you don't lose. I don't think you can lose nothing right now by playing him.
Well, I won't say that because I think Caleb Vaughn and Josh Allen are better. That's what I was going to say. You do have two better edge rushers, but and he wasn't drafted to start, so I don't necessarily feel like you have to do him. But Andre Cisco, absolutely, get Andre in,
right?
Because the thought was you had the best safety in the draft, and that he would be starting by this point. We all thought that. So it's kind of shocking to most of us that he's not.
Right.
So I'd go ahead and start Cisco, and I would probably play Walker until he gives me a reason not to play Walker.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Did we bring Camp? Did we cut Camp, or did Camp go to the practice
Camp
squad?
is on Houston?
Yeah, he's in Houston.
Yeah, Camp's gone.
That
Camp
sucks, bro. How do you draft the guy and then just cut him, bro?
Well, that goes into why is Urban still here? Like those are part of the things that you can say, okay, and we talked about this off the air, how this went from being potentially the best draft class we've ever assembled to what could make it one of the worst. And it would be one of the worst simply because of the overall perception of the class when initially drafted. We all went, holy shit. We have the number one quarterback. We have the best running back in college football last year who was with that quarterback. We have what would have been a top pick at left tackle a year ago, 2 years ago, but he got the torn ACL, and then he opted out because of COVID, which allowed him another year to rest. So he should still be that guy. We have him. We have the best ball hawking safety in college football who's coming off of an injury. He would have been a top 5 pick if it wasn't for the ACL. So you had four guys. Yeah, and then that was an undrafted free agent pickup that's like, man, if he works out, then he was supposed to be a top 10 pick, suffered catastrophic injuries. So you have 3 of those type of guys that suffered injuries, but if they work out, they are top tier talents.
Right.
So you had those. Then you had Tyson Campbell. A lot of people didn't like it, but Tyson Campbell was a top corner in the draft, and look now, he's playing that way. And then Jay Tufele even was one of those picks that the talking heads were like, this is a great pick by Jacksonville. Some had Jay Tufele going as early as the 3rd round. He fell, blah, 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 dominant force, this, that, and the third. The only questionable selection was Luke Farrell.
I just don't trust USC, bro.
No, I agree.
Like USC, bro, there's not too much good shit in recent years. Obviously, USC used to be a powerhouse. They put many of players in the league.
Right.
But I just don't trust USC, man. I think the best player to come out of USC recently maybe what's the name? Amon Ra St. Brown or St. something. And
hey, that's for the what's it called? For the Lions, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's funny. So. That's hilarious because I was having this debate with Craig. Me and Tennessee Craig was over there going back and forth about the current state of the Jaguars and the Lions, and I was saying that they are better at the wide receiver position than we are, and that's sad.
Oh, they are, hands down.
And he said, right, so he's naming me their receivers, and that was one of them. He said, I guarantee you've never heard of this guy, and I play Madden, so I had heard of him because of Madden.
Right.
And then you said his name, so that's just funny.
Yeah, cool. But I keep up with that type of shit too. So
Right.
Yeah, man, play them. But no, I think it's gonna be hard to top. Hey, you guys have a good night. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
No, I was talking to the guys I'm dropping off.
Oh God.
But no, it's gonna be hard to beat that Luke Joko draft class, bro. Because we had real high hopes on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had Luke Joko. I want to say like James Sample was in that one.
Nobody cared about.
That was a really bad draft.
That was a terrible draft.
Jay Sample never played.
But when we drafted him.
Preguntas estelares.
All right, that was we're gonna move on. Oh, is that on the phone, bitch? I don't know who that is. Yeah, call in.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. It doesn't say who you are. But yeah, you can call in to the number right there, 904-878-3868, and voice your opinion on the Urban Meyer situation right here on the show. Go ahead. Let's see. Can I see who's commenting? I don't know. 85. That was Cindy?
Yeah.
That commented?
I don't know why it says it's Facebook user now, but it says, yeah, I've been sick all week. It's time for Jasmine to feel better. Is that on the phone, bitch?
Damn. Why she call me the bitch?
I don't know.
That was hurtful. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's read. Look, let's do a run here. Let's pick a couple of posts. I always like doing this. Let's pick a couple posts, and let's read what Jaguar Facebook and Twitter has to say right now. One that came in recently. We are now truly seeing what a locker room and staff meeting cancer is. Fire Urban today or Monday. I'm a patient man. And when I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
PFF grades for the current offensive line. Norwell 69, Barch 63.9, Linder 63.6, Robinson 61.5, Shatley 60, Taylor 59.2. Top 3 graded tackles are 98.4, 92.3, and 88.1. Top 3 graded guards range from 94.6 to 86.2, and centers 91.5 to 84.7. So our offensive line is graded terrible this year.
Yeah.
Here's the point of that guy. I'm not going to read the rest. It was long. Here's, I guess you could say, some breaking news. Dave Cicillo broke about an hour ago. As tension builds amid the frustration of a 2-10 season, Jacksonville Jaguars owner Shad Khan plans to stay the course with Coach Urban Meyer, sources told ESPN on Saturday. So there you go. Not going anywhere. Why not just use his actions instead of words and fire certain staff? Nothing is going to change the fact that they are trash. That's a valid point from Cameron Wise and New Era Jags. I appreciate that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's very valid. That is very good. Let's see.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that? Brian Dabo. No, we don't want to bring in Dabo. No, I'm just not seeing. I'm not seeing anything else. It's a whole bunch of. There's somebody. Thank you for saying what I was thinking about this whole Urban Meyer shit. I felt alone. # Minute Teal. Shout out Zach Lyon for listening. Let's see what Dave Cicillo, and we'll end it with this. Hey, Marvin, shut the fuck up. Shout out Dave Cicillo over at New Era Jags. Hey, Marvin, shut the fuck up and take the blame for not catching footballs. Wah. He called out the wide receiver group. Jesus Christ. We can all see from the preseason, y'all can't get open or make plays. Assistant coaches are, in fact, fucking losers, as stated hundreds of times here. We want the coach to call out the players and assistants, but when we do, or when he does, we cry about it. Assistant coaches are, in fact, fucking losers. I don't care what happens anymore. The media has had it out for this dude since we didn't hire the dude they wanted us to hire. Assistant coaches are, in fact, fucking losers. Drove that point home. Love it. Now, I was going to leave it there, but this is exactly what I said. This is the argument that's being combated. Jarvis Bell, Urban picked the coaches, so I'm confused. That would also make him a loser. No, that's not how this works. That's not how it works. Just because you finessed your way through an interview doesn't mean that the manager is a loser or he needs to get fired. You just did a good job. You did a good job of convincing him to bring you on. That's just it. You finessed him. Urban got finessed. That's it. He got finessed by Bevel. Bevel's a scammer. He's calling to check on your fucking your warranty on your new car. Like, that's it. He's calling about the warranty, bro.
That's it. Just gotta check up on the warranty.
Navy just beat Army 13-17. They got 56 seconds left. Wow. Go Navy.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Go
what's up,
Navy.
y'all? I don't know who you are. I can't tell. But what's up?
Let's see who that is. Let me see. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Charlie Byington, New Era Jag, says, let's bring in Jeff Fisher or Jack
Khalif Washington.
What up, Khalif? Let's bring in Jeff Fisher or Jack Del Rio as our head coach. Fisher has a reputation of winning in our stadium.
Hey, look, that's 8-8 right there.
Dude, that's where we're at, though. That's what my point is. We're to the point right now where this fan base is begging for mediocrity.
Begging to settle.
Only one person from the Florida organization that has come to Jacksonville that's done good is Fred Taylor. Everyone else that's came, players to coaches, suck point blank. Stop believing in Florida Gator products, please. What about the guy that slaps old people? He was pretty good.
Yeah.
He went on to have a decent career. He's doing pretty well.
And I don't know. Hope this isn't a Florida State fan, because we definitely don't want to talk about what Florida State players do for the Jacksonville organization. Yeah, 10 seconds.
I don't think I've ever seen, and I'm not a Florida State fan, but I've never seen a Florida State player fake, or I'm sorry, a Florida player fake an injury. I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, or we didn't. Yeah, well, we also, what happened to our linebacker?
Oh.
Sorry, it was that Michael Grandma Baby Johnson. Michael Johnson.
There we go. Look at Dave Sislow has commented. Wait a minute, we're winning. And hey, listen, where Jimbo at? So I didn't comment. You see me, I'm looking and talking this whole time. So clearly, Dave Sislow is not my burner account. I think Urban wanted his own college staff that he has chemistry with, but instead took recommendations with coaches he didn't know because he was never really in NFL circles. Coaches need chemistry as bad as players do. Dave just said what I had literally called you and called Jimbo and said, now I know this is a crazy conspiracy theory, but hear me out.
But I was running along with you because as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, no, I know exactly what you're saying, bro, because guess what? We know that you have to have NFL coaches.
This is exactly what they were hollering. This is what they were hollering. This is what they said. He has to do this. Can he do it in the NFL? He doesn't know the NFL. The NFL is different. He has to go get guys that have been here. That's what everybody said. I feel exactly what Dave Sislow said right here. And I said this days ago to multiple people. Bro, this man just said, okay, I'll do it your way. Went out and got NFL staff. Watched that NFL staff crumble. And now he is going to start over and bring his guys in and do it his way. And if it's still, I'm not saying it's going to work because a lot of things have to go right. But at least then if it fails, it was his way. You never want to fail on somebody else's energy. You want it to be your work. Right? And here, notice Dan Mullen still hasn't been hired. Exactly. Now, and here's something I want you to think about too. And I'm gonna ask you, Jay. Should we cut Trevor Lawrence right now?
What?
It sounds stupid, right?
Yeah, it sounds insane.
I'm just asking you. Should we cut Trevor Lawrence because he came in with all this hype? has not lived up to expectations, is underperforming. I see no improvement, and he gets up on TV and just says the same old shit every time that we have to get better, we have to get better. Should we cut Trevor Lawrence right now?
Oh, Lord.
Yes or no?
No, bro.
Okay. Why not?
Somebody
just said, hell no, it's not TEAL AF fault.
Somebody has to throw the football.
Why not cut Trevor Lawrence? Is it because he doesn't have the right receivers in place?
Well, no, we just
drafted. Right?
We just used the number 1 pick on him. So
okay, but the
I don't know how good. I don't know how good. I don't know how good he can or will be. But
no. That's not. I'm not really driving this point home. I'm using this to prove a point. Is it he's not being successful right now because why? Why isn't he growing and being more successful? The receivers aren't getting separation, right? The receivers aren't catching the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
The offensive line's blocking poorly, right?
Yeah.
So the guys around him are not doing what they are supposed to be doing, which would allow this team to win, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But he's come out every time and said that he loves these guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's come out every day. I mean, just recently said James Robinson, one of the best players on his team, right?
Yeah.
He's come out and supported these guys. He came out and told you early on how great this offense looked in the preseason, how great and excited they were, and how they were ready to move forward. He told you all that, right?
Exactly.
But he doesn't have the guys in place to be successful. Sounds a lot like the head coach.
Exactly.
He doesn't have the staff in place to be successful. You want to fire this guy because the offensive coordinator is poor at his job.
Yeah.
Because the quarterback's coach, I'm sorry, let's not call him a quarterback's coach. The passing game coordinator is shitty at his job. I literally went out there and did what you told me to do. I hired NFL staff. Then I went a step further. I gave every one of them bitches their own assistant.
Check.
I gave all of you your own assistants to make your job easier.
Yeah.
To make it to where you could be successful. You told me you could do this. I brought you in. I put you in position to be successful, and you're not doing it.
Yeah, and I didn't want to
instead of going out and me changing it and getting me help, which is exactly what we're going to do for Trevor Lawrence this offseason, correct? We're going to go get him some receivers. We're going to fix the offensive line. We're going to make some changes to make Trevor more successful. Instead of wanting to do that, you want to cut the quarterback, basically. Mm-hmm. You want to go cut Herb and cut ties with him. You know what happens then? You literally start over completely.
Yeah.
When you cut him, guess what, guys? Bye-bye Joe Cullen.
Yep.
Because he's going to want to bring his guy in.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to want to get somebody else in. His guy. Everybody. Coaches have their guys. So who you going to go hire? You going to go hire Byron? Okay, Byron's going to bring his defensive coordinator over. So bye-bye Joe. That means we could see another scheme change. That means defense has to change. That means we have to go out and spend some of that free agency money differently now. We got to address those draft picks differently now because we have to fit it into another scheme, another system. Instead of just simply getting rid of the offensive coordinator and the passing game coordinator, the offensive line coach, I really like him. I think I do, just from what I've heard from him in the interviews I've seen. I really think I like him, but he got to go. Everybody on the offensive side has to go because the offense is not producing. My point, though, in that whole thing is you can't tell me that Trevor doesn't have the pieces and that you need to get him what he needs around him to be successful, but see the exact same situation happening with Urban and feel that he needs to go. You're really going to tell me that because he hired those guys, he needs to be the one to get fired right away, 1 year in? Fire Urban Meyer. All because the pieces around him are not good enough to do what they're supposed to do.
Bro, people
crazy.
Instant gratification, instant. It's this fucking Instagram. It's all this social media shit. These motherfuckers just think that shit happens overnight, which is insane but you know what it is also? I don't know. Maybe because I just don't see. I don't know. I don't see the parallel in just saying, you know what? This team is just so bad that, you know what? Oh, since Urban Meyer, he must be good. I've never heard. I've obviously never heard of him. I've never done any looking into how he wins football and how he runs his teams. They pretty much just do the same thing they do to players here. They bring him here and then make him do something complete opposite of, try to make him do something complete opposite of what they're good at. Like, we know what Urban Meyer does, bro. You know what I'm saying? He comes in and he delegates. And he's not going to be the guy who's in there with the running backs. He's not going to be the guy who's in there with the quarterbacks all the time. He's not going to be the guy in there with the fucking safety and the linebacker meeting. He's not going to be in there doing that shit, bro, because he feels like he has put enough competent people in position for them to do their job. His job is special teams and group the entire team and bringing them guys together and motivation. And that's what Urban Meyer is. No, Urban Meyer's never been a X and O's goddamn quarterback.
Right.
That's not his style. Motherfuckers would have known that if they knew anything about this, how this goes. But guess what? That's what you have. So it's going to matter. That's why, like I said, when we probably going to hire Dan Mullen to run the offense. You know why? Because Dan Mullen understands what it's like to run this kind of offense with this kind of player in today's game that is transitioning away from an NFL game, which I just said. I wanted everybody NFL. Because guess what? Goddamn Cliff Kingsbury, you know what he does in over there as the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals?
College shit.
Yeah, and he calls the plays because he was calling the plays in college.
Sean McVay, college shit.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's offense, college shit.
Yeah.
Hell, Pat Mahomes' offense, backyard football, college shit.
Yeah.
Texas Tech air raid offense style college shit.
Yeah. Well, look, Bieniemy was a college coach, right?
That's why I find that funny. This comment blows my mind. No, he needs to step up and do his job, not take a backseat and watch your team get destroyed week after week. Isn't that what he's doing now?
24 seconds, yeah.
Isn't that what he's doing now by calling out players, holding them accountable for what they're doing wrong, stepping in, telling the offensive coordinator? Because I guarantee you the comments made were not to Joe Cullen.
Yeah.
You know who they were to. They were to the same guy who refused to answer. I don't believe the James Robinson being benched by Urban Meyer thing. Only reason I don't believe it is because Darrell Bevel refused to even speak about it.
Yeah. Well, what I would
when
like
asked
to ask,
the question, he was like,
"Yeah,
well, you asked Urban, you've asked Trevor, we've kind of all spoke. No, you haven't said anything about it, bro. You haven't said anything about it. So you answer the fucking question, and instead you just said, I'm not going to answer."
I have a question for Michael Grandma Baby Johnson, who wrote that. What do you think? Now you say he needs to step up and do his job, not take the back seat.
Right.
Now, what does that look like?
What he's doing now?
No, I want Michael to answer that.
Yeah, this
what does that look like? What does that look like? What is him doing his job, not taking the back? What does that look like?
Yeah, let us know what you think. And while we wait,
we have a
look
number.
at this too. Who said this? Was it the same guy?
That was Khalif Washington.
Okay, Khalif, listen, because I just had this conversation earlier today.
Yeah, we didn't Keenan didn't want to be here.
Either way. Keenan McCardell, I just saw a tweet.
Yeah.
Keenan McCardell's receivers are getting excellent separation in Minnesota. He has Justin fucking Jefferson
and Adam Thielen,
who
have been getting separation
stars
before they even met or heard of Keenan
What
McCardell.
Are you talking about? Keenan McCardell was the coach last season when our receivers were not getting separation, when DJ Chark was giving up on routes, when the body language of that receiving core was piss fucking poor. The same exact arguments that or the same exact issues that we are pointing out with this receiving core today was exactly what they were doing last season. The only thing that you can try to come at me and say is, well, that's because they knew they wasn't going to get the ball because it was Gardner Minshew. And, well, guess what? That was the same receiving core the year before when Gardner Minshew was out there winning 6 games with that receiving group. And he was out there running around for his life, extending plays forever until he could finally find somebody to throw the ball to. There was still no separation. That's why Keenan's not here, guys. It's not, they didn't make a mistake by letting Keenan McCardell go. I know our nostalgia wants us to keep we want Tony Baselli to be the offensive line coach. We want Keenan and Jimmy to coach the receivers. We want Mark Brunell to coach the quarterback. We want motherfucking Tony Brackens to coach the defensive line. Mike Peterson to coach the linebackers. Donovan Darius to coach the DBs with Rasheem Mathis as the assistant. I get it. That would be fucking awesome.
That'd be great, man.
And I guarantee you win fucking 2 games.
Get all blown out every fucking week.
It would be awful. But boy, we were looking at the sideline like, that's my dog. Yeah. That's my dog. No, bro.
No, now we're going to hate our legends.
Bro, listen. Keenan McCardell lost his position because last year the receiver group was thought to be a premier group. Colin Johnson was 6'6". He looked like he was going to be a stud. You had DJ Chark coming off of a Pro Bowl season. You had Keelan Cole. You had Dede Westbrook. All of these guys. Keelan Cole had historical moments, incredible catches. He was on the up. Everybody improving. And then last season happened. And last season was 1-16. And last season shows you or exactly what you don't want to see. And that was a group give up. That receiver group gave up. And we watched it. We watched it with DJ Chark. We watched it happen. So because that happened, he lost his job. That's just how it works. It wasn't a poor decision by Urban to let Keenan go. Keenan didn't do anything to keep his job. He didn't put anything on tape that made you say, yeah, we need to keep him. What did Lenny do in 2019? The year before Spinner. 1,000 yards.
1,000 yards.
Yeah. With that same offensive line.
Yep.
So this offensive line has produced what? 3 1,000-yard seasons with Leonard Fournette.
Mm-hmm.
Two. Because year 2 he was hurt. He would have had 1,000 yards though. Yeah. So 2 1,000-yard seasons. First 1,000-yard rushes since 2010.
That's
why Warhop is still here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Which is fine because they open up some run lanes. But I actually watch football, bro. Like I don't just watch the Jags too. So that's the thing. That's like when we look at how teams operate or when we look at players, sometimes just being good enough can get you 1,000 yards in the NFL as a running back. Which is insane. Which is kind of sounds insane to say.
Who that was? Chris Anderson. Is that right? Chris Anderson in Denver.
What?
1,000-yard rusher in Denver a couple years back.
I don't know.
He's a fucking nobody. My point. You got that. Lackluster style. I think it was C.J. Anderson or Chris Anderson.
No, you're talking about the kid who it was like an undrafted kid that did some shit like on some James Robinson did.
I don't know if he was
him.
undrafted because Spinner was one of the. I mean, it's a very short list of the undrafted guys. He was just a guy. My point is, he was just a fucking guy, and he rushed for 1,000 yards. I'm agreeing with you.
Well, shit, the Cowboys before they drafted Ezekiel Elliott, they had 2 different 1,000-yard rushers in the back-to-back year. They had DeMarco Murray, and before that it was one of those Jones boys had 1,000 yards, and then it ended up with Ezekiel Elliott. So it's like if you're a good player, if sometimes you just have to be competent to get 1,000 yards in the NFL. It just depends on how many carries you get and what your usage is. That doesn't make just because you have 1,000 yards.
It's vision.
Yeah, that's
what I think. That's why Spinner's who he is, because it's vision. The holes are gonna be there. Mm-hmm. I don't care how bad your offensive line is. There will be a hole for you to gain a couple of yards. Unless you are a scat back trying to run a power style offense. Between the tackles, they're not playing to your strengths. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a sliver for you to get through. Leonard Fournette, James Robinson, those guys are very good at finding that sliver. You wish James Robinson could bounce outside a little more. That's where his weakness comes in. He doesn't have it like that. Oh, my God. This is a novel. Let's go. I'm gonna read this. I'm not sure who it is.
I'm gonna look and see.
You tell me who it is. But he handpicked these guys. I told you this is the point people are trying to drive home.
Michael Grandma Baby Johnson.
All right, let's see. He handpicked these guys, so he knew what these guys bring to the table. So when they are fucking up, now you want to bash them. You should have did that way back in week 3. No, you shouldn't have. I watched plenty of teams be in our situation with rookie coaches make big changes. This guy is way too lax about being 2-10. No, he's not. Team, come home or come tomorrow, because with this news today, ain't nobody at that stadium on the same page about shit except getting Urban ass out of town. He's Coughlin 2.0. I disagree 1,000%. I'm gonna put the comment up just in case anybody wants to reread it. I disagree 1,000% with everything you just said. First of all, it doesn't matter if he picked these guys or not. That means absolutely nothing. This is his first run at it. He hired these coaches.
Michael must have came in late, man. We've already touched on this situation.
Yeah.
But Michael, have you ever had? Yeah, I'm assuming you have a job, Michael.
Yeah, and you've gone into a job interview before, Michael, and lied on your resume, right? Beefed it up a little bit, right? You got a homeboy, or you yourself even have beefed up your resume to get a position you wanted. You have highlighted certain things about yourself that you know appeal to this particular job. Me, I have an excellent mouthpiece. That's why I'm able to do this job so well. I'm able to sit here and talk to you guys about anything, really. We could get on any topic and I'll bullshit my way through it, and you'll think I'm fucking Jesus because I'm nice like that when it comes to putting words together. So when I walk into an interview, I highlight all my sales experience. And I lie like a motherfucker about how long I was at some of those positions because I know ain't no way they can call and verify half that shit. So I beef my resume up. And I get in there and I finesse my way into that job. And I've had some interviews where I left and I wasn't super excited, thinking, I don't know if I'm going to get this one. I don't feel I did enough. Bevel finessed his way into this job. Yeah. I'm not saying he lied. He didn't lie, but he embellished. Well, look what I did with Minnesota. You mean with Brett Favre and Adrian Peterson? Mm-hmm. Well, look what I did over in Seattle. You mean with Marshawn Lynch,
Russell Wilson,
and the Legion of Boom, and Russell Wilson,
and Gus Bradley's defense?
Oh, wow. So you highlighted things, and this is the same situation with Doug Marrone. Look what Doug Marrone did in 2017. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you mean with literally historically one of the greatest defenses in the history of the NFL?
Yeah, you mean Gus Bradley's team again? Oh, fuck.
So what are we talking about? So it doesn't matter that he handpicked these guys. By him coming out and saying, you guys fucking suck, is him admitting that he picked the wrong guys. That's it. And he didn't come in. That's another thing that bothers me. He didn't go to the media. Like he could have been going to the media and saying, yeah, well, coach, why is the offense struggling so hard? Shit, that's what I'm trying to figure out. You see the plays this dumbass motherfucker's calling? God damn. If we don't stop running this bullshit, we ain't never going to win. I'm going to talk to him, though. I'm going to get at Bevel and see, because it's all Bevel's fault. He fucking sucks. Is that what you want him to do? Mm-hmm. Behind closed doors, he's informing these coaches, bro, you motherfuckers suck.
Jack's history, Urban literally said on the hunt earlier this year that he was going to go with someone else for OC, but Bevel interviewed so well.
Bam. Like right there, he really did. I 100% correct.
But also, Jags? Guess what? We talked about this too. When Urban came in, they said you have to have NFL guys around them. So he hired guys who have NFL experience. So what I would ask you, Michael, again, no, bro, we don't know. I don't know. I can't coach nothing. So I couldn't say that. But what I can say is, you try to call plays with that receiver core, it'd be trash. Because there's nothing that I've seen that any other coach would have been successful in this situation. Because I still kind of want to go back to your long ass comment that said, back to this part. It says,
I appreciate your long comment, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I love the back and forth.
I watched plenty teams be in our situation with rookie head coaches. You've never seen a situation like this with a rookie head coach, rookie quarterback coming off of 1-15.
Hold on. Rookie head coach, rookie quarterback with this much expectation.
Yeah.
Because usually this not hype like this.
All the expectation is because Trevor Lawrence was going to have that high expectations by himself, regardless of who the coach was.
Yeah. The expectations that were put on Jacksonville just from the names that were brought here with those two, Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence, you've never seen that. Not since the Cowboys.
And then just piggybacking off of that for the next thing, relax. Do you watch the games? Does Urban Meyer look relaxed at any point in any
Did you see the picture of did you see the picture of jagging off when he took the picture with Urban after the Atlanta game?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
Urban looked like he was dying. He was so, I mean, you could just tell he was defeated. He didn't smile. I mean, he looked sick.
Yeah. And then for the last part, if he's Coughlin 2.0, I mean, maybe hopefully he's New York Giants Coughlin. Get us 2 fucking rings.
I'll take it.
And I'm done with that comment.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. No, I definitely anybody who's willing to come and voice their opinion. Bro, us three and Taylor Swift can coach a better game than this staff.
Same person.
I mean,
but
yeah. Look, I mean, my spread offense is way better than Darrell Bevels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, I do this shit.
I don't know what Darrell Bevels did.
I'm better. I promise you that. But
yeah.
you know, hey,
if only we had a Marshawn Lynch, man.
That's it. If we had Marshawn, then everything would be different. If we had that Seattle offensive line, everything would be different. If we had the Legion of Boom, everything would be different, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got to talk a little bit about what's coming on this week. Hold on. Sean McVay, guy from the Cardinals, even the Browns. I mean, come on, guys. Stop making excuses for this guy. What are we talking about? Sean McVay didn't come in. What do you mean? What, Jared Goff? Sean McVay and Jared Goff?
No, what's the excuses? No, what excuse are we making?
No, what are we talking about?
What you just said is Sean McVay, college guy, guy from the Cardinals, college guy.
No, that's what he's saying. He's saying rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback. I'm pretty sure.
None of them.
Wasn't Goff already here?
Goff was there. Goff was
already there.
Goff wasn't a rookie.
Now the Cardinals, that wasn't. First of all, Cliff Kingsbury went through one season with Josh Rosen, right?
Yeah.
And it was terrible.
Yes.
And then he went and got his guy.
Yes.
And Kyler Murray, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So he already got one season in, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Okay. And then the Browns. For what is the fuck is his name? What's the head coach name over there? I forgot his name. He wasn't a rookie. He wasn't a first year head coach when they drafted Baker, was it? No. No, Baker's already
was the coach.
Yeah. No. So no, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's really not. This is completely different.
Yeah.
Now the Arizona Cardinals thing, you can kind of make a comparison because he went and got his guy. Yeah. But again, he was already there for a year. I'm almost positive. He was already there for a year. And then he moved on from Josh Rosen. Maybe he wasn't. Because now I'm trying to think back. I think, you know what? Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't there for the Josh Rosen pick. Because when they hired him, because I think you're right about that one.
I mean, I think they hired him and then he just went.
They hired him because I remember hearing the hype about Kyler Murray being selected there and me going, nah, there's no way. Because that was the first time you really saw a team turn on a first-round quarterback that quickly. Mm-hmm. You had never really seen that. You never seen a first-round quarterback just, we drafted a quarterback in the top 10 last year.
Yeah, they drafted him.
Okay. Top 10 quarterback last year. Fuck that. I'm going to come back and draft another quarterback in the top 10 this year. Like, you just don't usually see that.
But regardless of that, the offense, it was a college offense. You came in and they didn't say Cliff Kingsbury, well, you can't run that stuff in the NFL. You gotta run, bro. They threw it, bro.
And whoever this is has a point. Guess what? Still took them 3 seasons to get it right.
Yeah.
First season was awful. You know, they won a couple more games than we did, but they had a little bit more talent too.
Yeah, they won 5 games. Woo. Yeah. We're halfway there with 5 to go.
Yeah. So, true. Whoever that is took him 3 games to get it right, or 3 seasons to get it right. Urban Meyer needs you need another year with him. Whether you like him or don't like him, whether you think he's going to be successful or not, nothing that has come out right now tells me Urban Meyer needs to get let go right now. It does tell me that the staff is going to be changed in the offseason, that you're going to get a new offensive coordinator, that you're going to get new staff put in place on the offensive side of the football. But that's it. That's all it tells me. And that's all I really want at this point. I want as little overhaul as possible. And this goes back to what I was saying before. And this goes back to our previous shows last season when I'm telling you guys that I didn't want Trevor Lawrence at first, that I didn't want us to be drafting a quarterback. This is exactly for that reason. The overhaul that occurs when something like that happens. Well, why you want Doug Marrone to stick around? Why you want Dave Caldwell to work? Why? No, just get him out right now. No, I really want them to work out because I know how long it's going to take to fix this shit once you start all the way over. It doesn't just change overnight. And Jay said it numerous times, instant gratification. Yes, that's the world we live in where everybody wants instant change, instant gratification right now, which is why people are so down on Trevor Lawrence that you actually see comments made that we should have kept Gardner Minshew and never gotten Trevor, or that Gardner should start over Trevor. Craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. I've never said Gardner Minshew is better than Trevor Lawrence. What I said was Gardner Minshew is a good enough quarterback to win football games and be successful if the system is built around him, i.e. Baker Mayfield, i.e. Lamar Jackson. Systems built around those quarterback skill sets. You can be successful. So I would have rathered won a couple more games, been in the top 5 picks, and drafted Kyle Pitts to go with Gardner, or Jamar Chase to go with Gardner, or because that means we already have somebody in place. And now we're just fixing and building around that person, designing a power run with play action element scheme that best suits what he's good at, keeping him on the move. I don't need him to climb a pocket. He is short. Baker doesn't climb the pocket. So what are we talking about? I didn't need that. So I didn't want it because I knew this rebuild would take longer. But you motherfuckers got me. The Jags got me. I saw this team on paper. I got a little excited early on. I said, we going to win 12 motherfucking games.
Yeah, that's what you put on the board. You definitely did.
Exactly what I put on the board. I was out my goddamn mind. I literally, and the thing is I was able to list each game and justify why. It's not like I just picked it for the fuck of it. I really believed when I looked at this roster. I really believed this wide receiver group was the most talented group on this football team when the season was about to start. I did. I believed the offense would be fine and the defense would take time to come along, and we didn't know if they would be good. But now look, it's the exact opposite. We're questioning everything offensively, and the only thing we are sure about is that the defense is going to play at least a great half of football.
Yeah, at least.
Dave said, I said 12 wins too. I adjusted that expectation real quick. See? I'm telling you, man. It's my
better than to when this is supposed to be a winning culture. Yeah, well, the winning it got to start. Like, how are we going to get to the winning culture? We gotta win. We gotta learn how to win. Who on this team knows how to win? Nobody on this team knows how to win in the NFL. There's not one player on this NFL roster of the Jacksonville Jaguars team that we love. Nobody on that roster knows how to win.
Shaq Griffin. That's it. He's the only one that came from a winning program and played significantly.
But
not like Jahai Ward.
But look, they've been kind of bad the last couple. Like Seattle's just been the last couple of years. So it's like, yeah, he knows how to win some actual games, like 6, 7, 8. 9. You know what I'm saying? He's done that. But ain't no world beaters out there.
Right.
Ain't no world beaters. So what we pay to spend our money on is to support the Jacksonville Jaguars, not whoever is in the jersey of the person that you like. Bro, you're supposed to the shield. You got to own the logo. That's what I'm talking about. Own it. Yeah, guess what? We're going to be bad. That's what he wants us to do. Own the team still. Have faith. Have faith in the team. Have ownership in the team. Guess what, bro? We're not going to be good. He didn't want to come out and say, we're not going to be good. You know how bad y'all, you know how y'all have been talking about him right then, how y'all talking about him right now. If he would have said, hey, this is a bad football team. It's going to be bad. We're going to suck for a year or two. If nobody wants to hear that.
Right.
But
if this team knew how to win, what would our record be right now? If they knew how to win,
if they knew how,
we wouldn't have beat the Texans. No, we wouldn't have beat them.
Not
We'd
even
have
if
beat
we
the
knew how to
Broncos.
win. If we knew how to play football games,
we'd have beat the Broncos. We'd have beat the Cardinals. We'd have beat the Bengals. So we'd be sitting at 5 wins.
At least.
We'd have beat the Colts.
Yeah.
And we'd have beat the Falcons. So we'd be sitting at 7 wins right now. If this team knew how to finish and how to win football games. I'm not going to say anything about the Rams. I'm not even going to talk about the Seahawks game where we should have won on paper because of how poorly they were. I'm not going to talk about that because we got the doors blown off. So I'm not even going to talk about those games, the Titans games. I'm not going to talk about that game. I'm going to talk about the games where we almost won or were in position to win early, not games where we had to come back. We were at the Bengals game. We know what that 21-zip felt like.
Yeah.
We were there. So, yeah, we would be sitting at 7 wins right now if this team just simply knew how to win football games. And then if they did, you would feel real confident rolling into even this week. Tennessee's down 4 or 5 starters. No Derrick Henry. You think you can hang with this team? This would look good if we were sitting at 7 wins right now. Going into Tennessee, we feel pretty confident. We'd be possibly looking at 8 wins. But let's say we didn't. Then we'd be rolling into Houston. Let's get our 8th win there. We'd be rolling into the Jets. We got 8 wins. We're definitely getting a win there. That's 9. Then we finish off with the Patriots and the Colts again. And the Colts is where? In Jacksonville, where they haven't won. In how many years? 5?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Right. So you win again. Now what? You just won 10 fucking football games. All because you knew how to win. You didn't win the games you got your ass kicked in. You figured out a way to pull out the 20-21 win over the Bengals. You figured out a way to not run 0 on Joe Burrow on that last drive. You figure out a way to punch it in on 4th and goal. That's what you do. The Cardinals game, you figure out how to hold on to the lead and keep it and finish that way. The Colts game, you figure out how to score on that last drive. The Falcons game, you figure out how to score on that last drive. Everything changes. This conversation is completely different.
But that's what happens, bro. Young team. Like, I don't know, bro. People just, like I said, honestly, people just don't like Urban Meyer. And that's fine. But I would just like we would say, that's like we said, if you bench Jerry Robinson, bench him, just say you don't like Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Just say it. Don't try to justify anything else with that. Just say you don't like Urban Meyer.
Yeah, I don't like Urban. I never wanted him here.
Yeah.
Just say it. Because right here, and we still going to lose because of Urban. You heard it here first. I don't know who that is. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Yeah, the whiteboard says it best. The whiteboard definitely says it best. Let me move out the way here. Winners, me, Bill Belichick, Nick Saban, Dabo, Brady. Losers, Bevel, Shoddy, Marvin, and every other coach I hired. It's just right there. Good stuff. Thank you for noticing the whiteboard. I guess if my head wasn't blocking half of it, it'd be funnier. Yeah, I'm not sure who that was. Next 5 are winnable games, but can we actually win them?
I think that's all Grandma Baby Johnson.
I don't like fucking Gator products, period. And that's fine. And that's okay. Like, Jimbo was just on the show and said, nobody come out of USC been any good in a long ass time. That's okay to say that Gator products just don't work out here. That's okay to believe that. That's fine. There are supporting facts to work it out for you. I'm not disagreeing with it. It is what it is. I mean, Miami quarterbacks don't work in the NFL since Bernie Kosar. Like, yeah, okay. Those are all valid points. We can argue them. That's fine. Urban Meyer is one of the winningest coaches in college football. He conquered everything he needed to conquer there, and winning teams, good, big, huge programs in the NFL wanted him. The Dallas Cowboys being the main ones wanted him. Urban is a rock star. You can't be like you want the bad bitch. And Jay said it earlier. You can't be sitting here talking about you want the fine-ass bad bitch and think that she going to come in here and her legs ain't never been busted open before.
Yeah.
You're going to find out how many people done slept with that one right there. And you better be okay with it because that's what it takes.
And you got to be okay with it.
You got to.
And you got to do, and you're going to have to do a lot more stuff that you probably ain't the most comfortable with initially. But it's a sacrifice.
Hey, Jay, you better not go through her phone.
Better not.
You better not go through her phone. Because even if she ain't responding, you know that inbox is gonna be looking crazy.
Yep. A lot of cash out. A lot of people sending cash apps.
You better just be okay with it. You better be okay with it. Because that's what it is. That's what it is.
That's what it
you got right now. You got the baddest bitch in the ball with Trevor Lawrence.
You got two baddest bitches. You got to look.
Yeah. You got two red bones kissing in the back seat.
Mm-hmm. And you can't handle it. And you're going to crash. You're going to crash. You're not Boosie. Boosie's going to handle it. You got to be like Boosie. That's the moral today. That's the moral of today's podcast is be like Boosie.
Be like Boosie. Yeah, all right, so we coming in now. We playing the Tennessee Titans this week.
Oh, man, we have a game?
We do.
Oh, shit.
We do. The Tennessee Titans in Tennessee.
Oh.
The Tennessee Titans are missing several starters. Obviously, Derrick Henry. They excuse me, yawning on the air. How about that? They're missing linebacker David Long. They're missing their cornerback 1 in Jack Rabbit Jenkins, D-tackle Tier Tart, and tight end Tommy Hudson. All guys out this week. Zach Cunningham, who they just picked up from the Texans, will not play. So you're also missing Derrick Henry in there, and your boy AJ Brown won't be playing, from my understanding, and Julio Jones is designated to return, but will he play? Because it's a hamstring issue, and we have seen him reactivate and hurt it again. Are they going to risk it with the measly old Jaguars?
Jersey Jag, fuck the Titans. Tuck the fights. Yeah, fuck the Titans. Shout out to Jersey Jaguar.
I think that there is a chance Julio Jones plays, and apparently just got word. Titans will activate wide receiver Julio Jones today, and he will play against the Jaguars.
I was about to say AJ Brown's on IR.
Yeah, no, AJ Brown's done, or he's not playing.
Right? Yeah, for a couple more weeks. He'll probably come back right at the end.
But how much will Julio play is a question. And normally I would say, he's not going to play much because you're not going to risk him against the Jaguars. It doesn't matter. But they tried that with the Texans, and they lost. And they tried that with the Jets, and they lost. They tried playing the healthy backups, not risking injury on their guys, and they lost. So I think the Titans are going to come in and give us every bit of what they want to. They're going to try to run it down our throats. They're going to try to do what they do. I feel moderately confident in our defense because they only have the real threat is Julio Jones when on the field. They don't have anybody else beyond that. Ryan Tannehill is Ryan Tannehill. He's good for giving you a couple picks. And, well, their offensive line is pretty beat the fuck up. And we have some decent edge rush. So I do feel confident there. I am still concerned with what this offense can do. Brandon Linder is out. He's the only one. With Linder out, Shatley in, will this offensive line be able to hold up against Tennessee's defensive front, which is pretty damn good? That defensive tackle, I forgot his fucking name. They got a defensive tackle over there. That guy's special. Big boy. Reminds me of old Jordan Davis. That's my guy. That's who I want.
Gotcha.
It's our turn, though. We always win one against the Titans. I find it very hard to sweep a division opponent. I always pick in a split. But man, I'm not very confident. If Jags win Sunday, we look at as a whole new. I'm sorry. Let me try this again.
If the Jags win Sunday, we can still make the playoffs.
If Jags win Sunday, who we look at as a whole, the team or Urban for calling guys out now for the shit they've been giving us Jags fans. The Jags will win this week. If they beat the Titans, they will redeem their entire season to me. All of those are valid. That's a good question, though. That was probably your boy still. Grandma boy. If Jags win Sunday, who do we look at as a whole? The team or Urban for calling guys out? And now for the shit they've been giving us, Jags fans. Justin Simmons. Yes, that's Big Marcus. Thank you. Justin Simmons. That's a bad motherfucker. But yeah, that's a good question. Jay, if we pull out a win on Sunday, what do you accredit it to? Is it Urban Meyer's methods now and coming and calling everybody out?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not a.
Is it Tennessee for just being beat up and fucking?
I think it's a lot. Honestly, I think it's a lot. It's a lot. It's about if they win, it's because it's about time.
Right.
It's wins because like I said, we should have been winning a few more other games. It's not necessarily I don't think it's not necessarily indicative of the coach calling people out, or I think it's just a combination of everything. We've had so much combinations of bad shit happen and go wrong for us that maybe a combination of some bad shit could go wrong and go right for us and we win. So I don't know. Like I said, bro, I was never. It just sucks, bro, because I was never really, like I said, I tried to be optimistic, but I also tried to be a realist when it comes to watching. Like I knew we weren't. I still paid. Like I knew we weren't going to win games this year. I still paid my season tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew this. Yeah. I knew this was going to happen, and I knew I was going to essentially waste $700.
Right.
But I still did it. And guess what I'm going to do next spring?
I gotta play this for you, dog.
Listen, a real nigga.
Smoot's dad is in Tennessee.
Fuck my dad at, man. Dad, I wish you came to my motherfucking games. You know what I'm saying? Damn, yo. My dad ain't shit. I know he ain't shit. Go see your pop, nigga. Dang.
Oh, shit. That had me dying. Hold on. We got a phone call coming in.
Call from
Noah Schubert.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
What's going on, man? You live on the Minute Till podcast. Talk with us.
Hey, what's going on, boss? I saw y'all posting about talking about Urban Meyer and how we feel about him.
Yeah, what's up, man? Talk to us.
Look, man, I feel like Urban Meyer is more of a college coach, if you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like his systems and the way that he works is just more effective for making the playoffs in college. I think that the hiring a first year coach for a rookie quarterback just wasn't healthy for the Jaguars system, man.
Okay. So overall, you feel like from the jump that was the wrong hire.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited about it, being that, you know, he used to coach the Gators and all that, even though I'm a Seminoles fan, and they used to kick my team's ass every year with Tim Tebow. But, you know, I was really excited to have somebody who was bringing championships to Florida, be possibly bringing playoffs to Jacksonville, but I just don't see it working at this point. I mean, the man's not taking any responsibility for James Robinson being pulled off of the field. Trevor Lawrence is throwing for, like, less than 200 yards every game, no touchdowns recently. It's a disaster these last few games.
So would you rather Urban Meyer clean house, get rid of this offensive staff who clearly is inept and incapable of moving forward, get rid of them and keep going and see if year 2 builds something with him doing it his way? Because obviously he's been a little more hands-off than we would like. But it appears with these new posts that have come out today, these reports that he is like clearly not hands-off as of right now. He's saying, fuck y'all suck. How do you feel the Shad should move forward with this? Should he fire Urban, or would we be looking to fire the staff?
Well, look, he spent a lot of money on Urban. For that kind of money, I'm not opposed to giving him the second chance. You feel me? Like, let's see how he does in year 2. He does have a great resume, but I think hiring Darrell Bevel as the offensive coordinator was a horrible idea. If it's up to Bevel to take James Robinson off of the field after one fumble, I don't think Bevel should be the offensive coordinator. It's either James Robinson is injured and shouldn't be playing, or he's the best player on the offense and should be playing.
Absolutely. I agree with you, man. I appreciate you for calling in, man. Thanks for the call.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
Yes, sir. That was Noah Schubert, man, calling in.
Shout out to Noah, man.
Noah, man, for shout. That was Hottie's snap. So he was just going in about how his dad ain't shit. Hold on, I gotta play it one more time. I gotta do it for the time. Hold on, that was great. There you go. Listen to this. This is Jahai Ward as they're getting off the bus in Tennessee.
Where the fuck my dad at, man? Dad, I wish you came to my motherfucking games. You know what I'm saying? Damn, yo. My dad ain't shit. I know he ain't shit. Go ahead, go see your pop, nigga. Dang. Where all the good dads at, man? Where the good dads at? Yeah. Yeah. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah. Hey, Pop, if I see you, man, you ain't shit. If I see you, you ain't shit, nigga. Fuck you.
Oh, shit.
Jahai Ward is an idiot, bro.
Somebody said earlier, Jahai Ward trash. I don't give a fuck. That motherfucker's hilarious.
Yeah.
Jahai Ward is one of the funny. And what do y'all think he was supposed to be?
Yeah.
What was he supposed to be? Y'all thought Jahai Ward was supposed to be like a Pro Bowler?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't brought in here to be that. He was brought in here to be somebody who was familiar with the scheme.
Yeah, who's familiar with Joe Cullen, who's gonna buy in and tell people, hey.
Yeah. He gonna sit here, he gonna preach the word, the gospel of Joe Cullen. He gonna preach the gospel because he been in it, he familiar with it.
Shout out to I play Fortnite and FIFA, man.
I play Fortnite and FIFA. I don't play none of those. What up? I play Fortnite and FIFA. Do you play Madden? Because I play Madden. Hey, listen, look, if he got a Twitch though, and he played Fortnite and FIFA, he probably whoop my ass. Anyway, Cap, he probably knows some cheese that fucked me up. I ain't even gonna talk shit to I play Fortnite and FIFA. Shout out, I play Fortnite and FIFA. Oh man, that had me dying though. Jahai Ward, yeah, Jahai Ward is exactly who he's supposed to be though. He's a rotational guy with a high motor that keeps it buck for the Jaguars. Robert says, when it takes our staff to drag Jones Jr. back in the building, our locker room is not going to buy into Urban's cheerleading. Are you sure? What if the locker room's not buying into Marvin Jones shit? Like, really? I mean, I just don't know what you have to say and say that so definitively. The defense has been moderately successful. Trevor Lawrence is buying into Urban Meyer's cheerleading. Marvin Jones is an underachieving, high-priced free agent. If he doesn't like being held accountable, that's on him. If he doesn't like Urban Meyer discussing the drops and the improper running of routes and the lack of separation, I don't have a problem with that. In the least bit. That's the whole thing that happened that I have the least problem with. I think Marvin Jones needs to shut up and catch the fucking football. You don't get to get mad and storm out the building. In fact, whoever dragged him back in the building should be fired.
Yeah.
Get them the fuck out of here. Because I don't want you back in the building. If you're telling me that you can't take criticism when you're performing like shit, I don't need you on my team. You can kick rocks with no socks. Get out of here, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's say throwing rocks at a glass house. Like,
Absolutely.
Come on now. You ain't playing good, bro. You haven't been playing well. You had 2 catches on the year that were like spectacular catches. You have how many touchdowns? 2.
One of those was in the preseason.
Yeah. How many touchdowns do you have?
Right now?
Yeah.
What, 2?
Yeah.
3? Maybe.
Fucking insane.
Maybe.
But you want to get
Marvin
mad.
Jones numbers right now. I had somebody arguing with me earlier that he's the best receiver on the team.
No, he's not.
I said, currently as of today, Laquan Treadwell's the best receiver on the team.
And that's the thing, bro. Ooh, my God. The best receiver on this team. Guess what, man? Congratulations. Yeah, you get the trophy for being the world's tallest midget.
He has had 100-yard game.
Yeah.
One. And it was 100 yards on a dot.
Yeah.
He has 3 touchdowns on the year. That's it. And you know how big I am about touchdowns. I don't give a fuck how many yards you got. How many points are you scoring me?
Mm-hmm.
He scored 1 against the Texans, 1 against the Broncos, 1 against the Dolphins. That's it. He had 11 yards against the Rams. He had 24 yards against the Bengals. And that was a night where our offense was cooking. 25 yards against the Titans. What are we talking about? He had a 1-catch game, a 3-catch game, a 2-catch game, a 2-catch game. What? You're the number 1 receiver. What?
Yeah.
And we clearly don't run the ball enough. Ask the fan base.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? His biggest game was the Dolphins, 7 catches, 100 yards. No, I don't want to hear about Marvin Jones's greatness. Please save it. Laviska is doing just as bad. We have no wide receivers. Absolutely. Viska is 100%. Bevel probably dragged him back in the building. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I feel like happened.
Marvin, I need you. Marvin, I need you. I'm going to get fired. If you're not here, Marvin, I'm going to get fired. I told him I can get you to play well. Marvin, I need you.
Come back in. I'll talk to Urban. Come back in. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, he got 3 touchdowns. That's great. 3 touchdowns for 540.
There we go. Robert says, the more Urban talks, the more he sounds like he don't know what's even going on in the game. That I can agree with. There are times when he speaks and I go, ooh, I don't like that. But if you were listening earlier, I said, I really feel like Urban, and I know it sounds conspiracy theorist, but, Dave Cicillo, Jay, Jimbo, several people have echoed my sentiments. I genuinely feel like he came into the situation and said, okay, you guys want me to do it the NFL way. You want me to go ahead and hire NFL guys. You don't think I can do this, that, and the third. Okay, well, I'm going to give them the responsibilities of A, B, C, and D while I sit back and be a motivator of men. And I manage this monster.
Mm-hmm.
And they're failing at their jobs. And he is smiling behind closed doors going, told them motherfuckers this shit wasn't going to work. Now watch what happens next year when I come in with my guys.
Yeah.
Watch how we do.
And we keep adding more speed to this team because we can't, obviously. I'm saying motherfuckers can't get open. Fast motherfuckers that do this. All these motherfuckers slow.
Robert said no rub routes to get slow wide receivers open. Robert!
They do rub routes.
You have to be running against man coverage for the most part to successfully run these rub routes. Rub routes work against man coverage. Rub routes don't typically work against zone coverage because you are covering a zone. You are not following a man and running into another man. So, would you play man coverage against the Jags? For what? You don't have to. You know why?
Nobody threatens. Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence doesn't have time to pick apart your zone.
Mm-mm. He's not going to throw the ball down the field.
You're scared to run zone because quarterbacks have time to pick it apart. There is literally a weak spot in every zone.
Yeah, that's why they don't do it against Tom Brady. They would rather die on playing man than just to sit back in the zone all game for Tom Brady. He's going to eat that shit up.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can't tip. That's the problem. Is you also have to play against what's being done to you, and they're running a lot of cover 2. That's why the flats. That's why our swing shit and everything in the flats is wide open.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's covered rather. It's not wide open like you would expect. You go, well, why is it always wide open against these other? When we play people, it's because we don't run cover 2 zone. We don't run a basic cover 2. We don't run that Tampa 2 style cover 2 defense where we cover the flats with this guy. That guy who's covered the flats is typically dropping back because he thinks that mid range is about to happen, that deep out or that deep comeback. So that's what they're playing for. But regardless, that's the X's and O's conversation.
Definitely.
Urban's last comments about Robinson not sounded like he threw his assistants under the bus. I'm okay with that. He said that's a conversation you would have to ask these people. I don't micromanage that situation. Okay. I mean, it doesn't sound like he threw somebody under the bus. He just said, I don't do
Alex.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. Well, if they know that, go pay some guys to produce. It's plenty guys that's in free agency still that can do better. Because I'm telling you now, DJ will be gone. And that's a good conversation to have. The DJ Chark conversation is a good one. Will he be gone? Will he not? Will they give him a franchise tag? Because that's still an option. Will they get a team-friendly deal out of DJ so he can stay with Trevor? Like, you don't know. You really don't. And because this wide receiver group has been so bad, and you feel like Marvin Jones' time is up here already, Jamal Agnew kind of developed. Tavon Austin won't be a long-term guy. Who else? Visca, you got him for another 2 years, but he hasn't been good. You could maybe bring back a Laquan Treadwell, but that's not really what you're looking for. So overall, DJ Chark might be the piece you definitely keep. Maybe. I'm not saying for sure. I'm just saying. You may keep DJ Chark because you're not going to have anybody else. And you can't rebuild the entire room. There has to be somebody Trevor has familiarity with. So maybe you keep DJ Chark. Maybe you bring him back in whatever way it takes. You bring him back. You do that. And then you keep on rocking and you fix it.
What I'm watching, Cindy. I'm watching the same thing you watching. I'm watching the Hot Take Hooligan and the Cannabis Analyst.
Can't play offense 15 and can't play offense 15 and then Treadwell gets open. Agnew is getting open. Everyone else, nope. Dale Brown, talk that shit, Dale. If the Chargers find a way to not sign Mike Williams in the offseason, go get him ASAP.
Yes, hey. I like Mike Williams.
Yep, that's Jimbo's favorite. That's who he wants. He wants bad. Report said Urban benched Robinson. He lied. Running back coach did it for Urban. Hyde, his buddy, got the reps. Robert, we don't know that though, right? That's the thing, is that's what a report said that's coming out now. We don't know that. So if that is true, if I don't know if you was listening earlier, I said if that's true, that is the only thing I have an issue with. I don't have an issue with the Marvin Jones bullshit. I don't have an issue with telling your coaches they suck. I don't have an issue with anything else that came out in the reports today. That's the only thing I'll have an issue with. And the only reason I'll have an issue with it is because he lied. That's it. It would be because you didn't come out and just say, yeah, I benched him. If that is true, my issue is that you didn't come out and say, yes, I benched. Because it's not, I could sit here, we do this every week. I could sit here and talk about what the coach does, why he does what he does, and give my opinions on it. That's fine. But at the end of the day, they make the decisions they make for reasons, unbeknownst to us. If you bench James Robinson because of the fumbles, I can play devil's advocate here and say I understand because he doesn't fumble the football, but we know he's hurt. So if he is playing hurt and then he starts to do things that are uncharacteristic of his game, like fumble, then maybe I need to sit him down because he doesn't normally fumble, but now he's fumbling. So maybe I should sit him down for a little bit because clearly the injury is bothering him more than he's letting on. I could understand that argument. And if he would have said that in the presser, I would have been like, I don't like it, but okay. Okay, because you explained it to me. But, again, I don't know if what the reports that came out are true or not. We don't know. We'll wrap it up here quickly. Let's answer this last question. So who will be good pickups at wide receiver and free agency this year in your eyes, guys? And at that exact moment, Dale Brown comments,
Dale Brown,
Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, Godwin, Mike Williams, Mike Thomas, Chark, or Mike Williams. My dog loves Mark Williams.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay, hold on. Let me answer this before. Jesus Christ.
Robert, did he lie? Robert, did he lie? That's the thing, Robert. Did he lie? Even we don't even know if that's true or not, because you can make it seem like he said something like that. But regardless, how about Urban? He didn't lie. He told the truth, because who else on this coaching staff has had success doing what they do? Only one's ever really did anything, and it's Darrell Bevell. And like I said, he had Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, and Legion of Boom, and Gus Bradley's defense. Sorry.
And guess what? When the ball was in his hands to go win the Super Bowl,
he fucked up.
He made the most idiotic call.
I think he was the smartest person
in football history,
in the stadium, as I should say.
The worst call in football history
Horrendous
was made
call
by Darrell Bevell. We have to remember that.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to put that away. I'm always an optimist.
Yeah, Michael Gallup too. Yes, Marcus.
Yes, definitely shout out Gallup. I am an optimist to the T. When Darrell Bevell was hired, I tried to highlight all the good reasons why it was a good hire. I tried. And it was. I convinced myself that this would work. Now I'm seeing that Darrell Bevell is not the guy that coached the Seattle Seahawks to a Super Bowl and won. I see that he's the guy who decided to throw the ball on the goal line.
Yes, with 2 timeouts on their pockets on second down.
Outs.
It was second down. People forget Marshall had just made a big run all the way down there, and then they ran the ball on first down, and then instead of running the ball on second down, they threw it.
Right. And this is a guy your boy Herb wanted to run his offense. Wow.
Which, if that's somebody who has been in here, if that's somebody who's been in here, that since we've been talking about it, I'm not going to explain it again. But if I'm about to look,
it's not right. It's not.
Because this is somebody. I'm not going to explain that again because that's Michael Johnson.
But your boy, didn't somebody just come out and say, Jag History actually just commented and said the person Urban Meyer wanted to hire, they didn't go with because Bevell interviewed so well.
Yeah,
that was
interviewed so well, and we talked about, and that's why I asked you if you had a job, and you replied yes. So we've already went over this. Now we're just kind of. I'm not about to hash that back out again.
I would actually get Filippo back.
DeFilippo for special teams.
No, the offensive coordinator with Nick Foles. Filippo and Foles came in together.
Oh, I
thought he was from Philly.
Oh, I thought it was DeFilippo from the special teams. Joe DeFilippo.
No, DiCamillo.
Oh, I don't know.
That's the special teams guy. Joe
I don't know.
Yeah, Filippo is from was the guy from Philly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, it was great. I'm actually kind of glad we waited and did the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
This was a little better. We'll run it out 5 minutes, man. Anybody who wants to call in and give their last final takes before we end the show, number is on the screen, 904-878-3868. You can give shout outs, talk some shit on the Urban Meyer situation, or give your prediction for the game this week. Go ahead and call in and make it. It was a friendship hire, point blank, period. He didn't know him. What? He didn't know Darrell Bevell. They weren't friends.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Why we all tear up the coordinators when Meyer rips their ass and everyone freaking out. Get the fuck out.
Exactly.
Yeah, get them the fuck out. Mike, you're tripping, bro. Yeah. All right. So 904-878-3868. You can call in now and you can give your shout outs or give your thoughts on the game coming up or talk about Urban Meyer, whatever it is you want to do. Phone line is open. Otherwise, we'll be cutting it out here in about 5 minutes. So predictions, Jay.
I'm not gonna have a prediction, bro. Y'all be able to see our reactions live tomorrow, and you'll get to see our despair.
Yeah, and I do want to tell you, good point, good plug. Make sure you guys tune in. If you're out of the area, you're not able to tune in via your regular cable provider and watch the game. If you're going to have to stream it anyway, why don't you come stream it with us? We will have the game streaming live with our reaction show tomorrow at noon. Or is it noon? It's noon, right? Well, for me,
if anybody is friends with Maria Cruz on Facebook, I need y'all to go in her DMs and say, we missed you on the Minutail podcast today. We need you to do. She was supposed to be here, and we need you to do the reaction show live.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit her. We're gonna try to get her on. But yeah, make sure.
Catfish.
You got a call.
Is that Maria Cruz?
Call from
Robert after.
Robert.
Not Maria Cruz.
Press 1 to send.
Maybe that is Maria Cruz.
What you got for me, baby?
Nah, man, it's just after. Every time after every game, it's just the way Urban doesn't know what's going on in the game. Even Marone could almost repeat every play during the game.
Right.
It's almost like in the old days in college, he was a micromanage, had to
do it, and he said he wasn't going to do that this year because of his health. Well, either he micromanages, or we just need to get somebody actually knows the NFL.
I agree with that 100%. You either go back to your old ways, and if those old ways cause health problems, well, you're gonna die in teal, or you get the fuck out. I agree with that.
That's the thing. He was never. That's not how
Well,
Urban Meyer
it's
coached his
just like,
teams.
you know,
I know Robert can't hear me.
If
But
he's the head coach, he hears every play it goes through. I mean, if he has issues, he needs to speak up.
Right.
Because obviously, whatever we're doing is not working.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's, for me, that's why this change of pace, this news that broke, obviously everything but the James Robinson news, was a breath of fresh air. When I read the Marvin Jones shit, yeah, I'm happy. I hope you're telling them they fucking suck. I'm glad you're telling the coordinators that they're underperforming. The coordinator, I'm sorry. Because I guarantee you the conversation that they are saying was had nothing to do with Joe Cullen and company. It was simply the offensive side of the football. And I'm glad he's going at them and telling them. Because somebody needs to. And we've wanted this. We've demanded this accountability for so long, and Urban to take control. It seems like that's what he's doing outside of the James Robinson news again. But now people are angry about it.
You don't think it's suspicious that all these assistant coaches are signing at all these other colleges and we're losing a lot of things?
There's only one guy. It's Tosh.
I thought there was 3.
I only know of Tosh. There's other? You know of any other, Jay? I know Tosh. I know Tosh got an offer to go be an offensive coordinator. I mean, that happens. That's part of the game. He's going from a tight ends coach, right? Tight ends coach to offensive coordinator. That's a huge step up. So those guys are that's gonna happen no matter what. But that's part of coaching.
Well, it's just like the whole getting rid of Keenan, our wide receivers coach, because obviously the one we have now sucks.
Yeah, but Keenan didn't produce much better. Keenan had the same issues we have right now. We had last season. No separation.
Yeah.
Drops across the board. Receivers giving up on the play. That's exactly what happened last season. Keenan got fired because of that. He didn't save his job. He had an opportunity to. He didn't save his job. And what the success he's having in Minnesota right now, he has way better talent. Way better. He has Justin Jefferson. He has Adam Thielen. Hell, their 3rd and 4th receiver are better than our number 1.
Oh, obviously.
So
I mean, just look at the Patriots and what Belichick's doing. Even though it's just Dink and Duncan.
It's Bill Belichick. Robert, I know you can't hear me, Robert.
I know
you can't hear me, Robert.
Running back anyway.
It's Bill Belichick.
It's just.
I would keep Visca in the backfield nonstop. I agree with you. Keep Visca in the backfield. Keep him as a running back. Keep him as Deebo Samuel like that because he's not a good receiver right now. He has the potential to be a great slot receiver if he can figure out this drop situation and run better routes. But right now,
well, the whole fact that Hyde was averaging like 2.7 yards a carry. And freaking Robinson's like 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like they didn't even watch the tape from last year.
Right.
Well, last year, Carlos, you could tell him what Carlos Hyde averaged last year.
Carlos Hyde was averaging well over 7 yards a carry last year, though.
Yeah,
Carlos Hyde was averaging 7 yards a carry plus with Seattle as their spellback, their number 2. That's why they brought him back. Because they felt like he was going to do that here. But we got another caller coming in, man. I appreciate you for calling in, bro. I'm going to get over and check this out. Yo.
Call from.
Yo, this is Big Marcus. I got one more last thing to say.
Yes, sir.
He said he got one more last thing to say. The favorite of the show, Big Marcus, back on the line with one more last thing to say.
This is my last thing to say. Man, look here, Robert. I guarantee you, Robert, if Bill Belichick was the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars right now, and everything that's going on with Urban Meyer, how he's finally lighting the fire up somebody's ass, I guarantee you, Robert, you wouldn't have anything to say about that. Why? Because he's Bill Belichick.
Right.
You're only trying to check Urban Meyer because he's a first-year coach in the NFL, Robert. And the rest of you guys out here talking this shit about Urban Meyer. And like I was saying in the comments, nobody would have nothing to say if this was Bill Belichick doing the corrective action.
Right.
Because it's Urban Meyer, everybody's got something to say.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that, bro.
There we go, do
for real. Like these people running their mouth, bro. If it was Urban, if it was the bro, just because it's Urban, bro, people got something to say, bro. Okay, we get that you don't like the man, bro, but fuck that, dog. He our coach. If you don't like it, kick rocks.
Hey, you know
Go
what?
Support another team. Point blank, dog.
My dog
that ain't just for Robin. That's for everybody.
Oh man, well, we gonna wrap it up, man. I appreciate you for calling back in with that. That's good stuff right there, man. You already know you the GOAT. You won't be with us tomorrow? Or are you working?
No, I'm gonna be right there with y'all tomorrow.
All right, make sure.
All this shit to all the fans who got some negative shit to say.
All right, bro. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Shout out Big Marcus, man. Mr. Fellas, rocking with us as always. That's my guy, man. I love Big Marcus. Robert said Ohio State or Florida fan gotta be. Yeah, you might be right. But he was still telling the truth, Robert. He was telling the truth. There really wasn't anything biased to what he was saying.
Yeah.
So, man, that's it.
Shout out to Dale Brown, too, man. Shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight, man.
Dale
Saturday
Brown.
night.
Is that Dale Brown? Dale Brown? Is that Dale Brown that runs the printing and whatnot with Deacon? I don't know. I think that is.
I think so.
Dale Brown, are you the same guy that runs the print and you do the towels and all of that stuff with TJ? I know it's going to take a second to answer, but you need to teach me how to call in, damn it. It's actually just a phone, right? And you pick it up, and you, Cindy, it's got to be Cindy, will have to put your finger in the number hole and spin it to the side.
Do not tell Cindy to put her finger in anywhere and spin it.
Idaho. Oh, Dale Brown from Idaho. Okay, my bad. I thought you were the other Dale Brown. Dale Brown in Jacksonville to be doing the rally towels and all that stuff. Okay. Well, shout out to you still, man, because you definitely tuning in, giving us some good stuff, man. I love all of y'all, man. We appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow if you're unable, if you're out of area, you don't want to have to go to Dooful or whatever to stream the game, just pop on with us. We'll have it in the group. Make sure we pop in. We'll start 12 p.m. Eastern time because we'll get a little pregame going. I'll kick somebody's ass in Madden for y'all to see or something like that. We'll talk some shit. Either way, we'll be ready to rock and roll. I am your host, the Hot Take Hooligan Agent K. That, my friends, is the Cannabis Analyst Agent J, and we are going to go out with some Kevin Gates because I fucking said so.
Shit, I love you for loving it.
I love you for loving me.
I sit in here all day. I don't need no bitch, no nothing.
Nothing.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, when I get somewhere else, I'll probably be left out on that phone.
I'm trying to tell you.
Dear God, I just got out of jail. I need you to answer my prayers. I need a plug who flood the bells of grass and limited squares. I need a team who willing to crash, dead and they catching a hat. These niggas been holding their nuts on me, so I'm trying to run it up fast. Dear God, I hope that you hear me. I need you to answer my prayers. I need you to send me a woman who listens, who is not hearing impaired. Forever lawyer gonna come with them bands if I ever get in a jam. From trapping hard to rapping hard, make everyone know I want a trap house every street, flushing 100 piece every week. No longer saying touch it, move my grandmother, make the car crank without the key.
Remember I was broke, laying in the can. She had turned her back, fucking on my man. Now them bears coming in minivans. Calling out the God, Lord, what's the plan?
You want them, we sell them, we standing on business. We know how to get them to live. Me and Stroke reminiscing, I can't think of nothing I would've did different.
I prayed for this, I waited my turn. Put holes in the body, he play get burned. Oh, nah, give me one more turn. I tried to leave it alone, they rubbing me wrong, start zipping shit over that chrome.
Silly of me for trying to trust, I went the
wrong way, love.
I used to talk to you all night until the phone hangs up. I was blind for a time. I put it all on the hustle now. I'm out my mind. Dear God, I just got out of jail. I need you to answer my prayers. I need a plug who flood the bells of grass and limited squares. I need a team who willing to crash, dead and they catching a hat. These niggas been holding their nuts on me, so I'm trying to run it up fast. Dear God, I hope that you hear me. I need you to answer my prayers. I need you to send me a woman who listens, who is not hearing impaired. Forever lawyer gonna come with them bands if I ever get in a jam. From trapping hard to rapping hard, make everyone know who
I was trapping, really about action, started rapping, ain't no one. Now she won't fuck on me, claim that she loving me, bitch, she dead hell.
Wham, bam, thank you,
Fuck Bevel.
You some shams, you can square.
Going through in the lane. Elegant Cartier pieces reflect on my hand. I'm in the main, now she won't fuck for them bands. But it was part of the plan. 3-point stand, spitting that ass in the back.
Cindy trying to get beat up over this goddamn, over this live stream.
Show prices going up every day. You want to see me, gotta see me on stage. Silly of me for trying to trust.
I went the wrong way, love.
I used to talk to you all night until the phone hang up. But I ignored those signs. I was blind for a time. I put it all on the hustle now. I am out my mind. Dear God.